Yeah. Rock me, baby. Rock me. Rock me. Song is like. All right, already. Jeez, what is that?
I'm not sure. I think that maybe that is. See, there might be that Urge Overkill song.
Great song. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a Monday. How many months left on my contract?
14 still.
Still 14 months?
Still 14.
Yeah, but we just did a whole week last week. Should be another month gone off that. Come on, how many months left? 14 still?
Yeah. Rounding it off.
What?
Rounding it off.
Rounding it off. All right, 14 months, Robin.
Okay, I can do it.
I can't. I can't even get through right now.
Oh, you will.
I want to go home right now. All right. Okay.
Everybody's asking me if you're really serious about 14 months.
I'm so serious.
You're really leaving radio.
It's not even a joke. That's how serious I am. All right, listen, I got to take a break, and then when we come back, Robin will start the show right after these words. What's all the noise in here today? Anybody hear it beside me? Shh. Listen. Let me see.
Maybe that's all that air conditioning you asked for.
No. Let me see. It's one of these things here. Wow, listen to that.
What is that?
What?
What is that?
I don't know. It's just, see what it is? They keep all the electrical equipment right by my leg, which is why I have leg cancer, I'm sure. I'm about to cut my leg off any day now. But there's this constant noise of fans. You know how fans cool down electrical equipment?
Right, okay.
So it's one of those things. Sounds like it's coming out of here, the back of here. Listen to that. That's insane. You can't have that in a radio studio. This.
Why is that in no other radio studio?
Because other radio studios are designed by technicians who are skilled at just building radio studios. You got to call in an expert. And they make them super quiet.
Who designed this one?
Was it Helen Keller? I thought they used Stevie Wonder.
No, wasn't it Marley Maitland?
Marley Maitland.
A deaf person designed our studio.
Yeah, I've never worked in... Now, I've worked at a lot of radio stations. I would say I've worked at about 12.
Uh-huh.
I would have to say that this station is the noisiest station I've ever worked at and the most poorly designed.
And we worked small market, medium market, large market.
I worked in one studio that might have been equally as bad as this, but I'm not sure because it had a window in it. And it was to the parking lot, so you could hear all the disc jockeys cursing about their checks during the show, during the paycheck.
That must have been interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. That was kind of nice, actually, to get some fresh air. That's the one I worked at in Briarcliff Manor. Had a little window in the studio. It was kind of stupid, but it didn't have this kind of fan noise. But every studio I've worked in since then, Detroit, Washington, Hartford, much better. The equipment from Hartford, Fred, was all the way across the room. You wouldn't hear this.
Absolutely not.
It was immediate. It was sectioned off.
And it was ancient equipment, but it worked.
Right.
It was quiet.
Listen to this. You would never hear this. This shouldn't be near a microphone. I'm competing with that noise. I'm competing with that noise. Can't compete with that noise.
It's the best competition you've had, too.
Yeah.
These other radio jocks haven't been anything.
No. What is it? I hear a new noise. I think I'm working on a steamboat, not a radio station. All right. Oh, is that annoying? I've never heard it this bad. Is this my imagination, or you hear?
No, that fan usually isn't on. It must have just heated up, and the fan is turned on.
See if I can fix it. How's that? No. What the hell is going on here? See, I'll turn this off. The hell could that be? I've never heard it that bad. Let me get in here and work, Robin. Give me my tools.
Can't you just turn it off? What is it? Is it important? What are you banging on?
Come on. Come on. Give me a chance, huh? Yeah, I got it.
No, you didn't.
Listen to this.
Fix something in the fan.
All right, hold on. Let me get my hand back there. Oh, I don't believe how loud it is. Listen to that. Hunk of junk. You don't put that by... First of all, I know I'm getting sprayed with electromagnetic rays. My pacemaker hasn't been the same since I started this job.
Your beats are all off.
Yeah. Nothing's regular. Let me take some phone calls. Maybe that'll take my mind off it. Maybe the stupidity of the phone calls will take my mind off the noise. Hi, you're on the air. I've never heard it this bad.
I remember once before we came in and that fan was on.
Yeah. Well,
that was it. I don't know why it's just occasionally that it comes on like that during the show.
This equipment shouldn't be right here. Los Angeles, you're on the air. Dude.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air.
Is this Howard Stern?
Oh. All right, let's go back to listening to the fan.
Yeah, the fan is more intelligent.
Howard Stern.
Yeah?
How you doing?
Okay.
I enjoy listening to your radio show.
Why did you call?
Well, it's my first time being on the air.
And you didn't think that required your having to say anything?
Well, I appreciate listening to Howard Stern.
We can't hear you. Hold on a second. I'm trying to fix the equipment.
And that's all you want to say? You appreciate Howard Stern?
And I enjoy listening to him.
Are you like Forrest Gump?
Listening to him?
Am I Forrest Gump? No.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh.
You should see it. You sound like Forrest Gump. You sound like a guy with a low IQ.
Oh.
Do you think he'd understand the movie?
No. I wonder if people with like a low IQ go in and understand the movie. Like, do they realize it's them?
That's right.
Or do they like, he's so stupid again. He's so stupid. Would you go watch Forrest Gump and tell me if you think you are like that guy?
I'm not like him at all.
You didn't see the movie. How do you know what you're like?
I've seen previews.
Do you know what a movie is?
Yeah, I know what a movie is.
You've seen movies before?
Yes.
And you understood them?
Yes.
And you always think you know what they're about from the previews?
Let's give him a movie, see if he knows. What movie have you seen?
Major League.
All right, what else?
And The Little Rascals.
You saw The Little Rascals?
Uh-huh.
So you went to see The Little Rascals?
Yes.
Definitely retarded.
Yeah.
What's your IQ?
Thanks, Howard.
What's your IQ?
Better than yours.
I doubt it.
That's what people always say, better than yours.
So the only two movies you've seen are Major League and Little Rascals?
I've seen all different kinds.
All right, so name a movie you've seen that's, like a fairly intelligent movie. So, did you see Pretty Woman?
Yes.
All right. What's that about?
It's about a lady in a red dress.
Right.
Yeah.
What happens?
She goes up underneath a fan and her dress blows up.
Okay, all right. He's trying to be, like, stupid or something. Okay, thank you. Big dope. Oh, this noise is so bad. I have to go home. Cleveland, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing? This is Greg Garlou calling from Cleveland.
Hey, Greg Garlou.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What can I do for you?
Hey, I just want to tell you that I really like that OJ play you guys do, the Broadway version.
People like the OJ song. My mom and dad came over to my house this weekend and said that, you know that guy who sent in that old McDonald's song?
That's excellent.
My mom and dad came over this weekend and they told me that they were out on the street, and this lady came up to him and said, hold on, because they know that they're my parents. So hold on, and she sang the whole song.
You're kidding.
And my parents tried to interrupt her, and she put her hand up and said, let me finish.
She had to do the whole thing.
She did the whole song, and she only heard it once.
Oh, wow. That's pretty amazing.
Old Black OJ.
Yeah.
Old Black OJ. Let's see if I can do it. Old Black OJ.
Had a white wife. I know that one.
Old Black OJ had a white wife. Then she set fire to herself.
Looky here.
Oh, looky here.
Old Black OJ. Something with a knife.
Something with a knife.
looky here.
Now listen to this. Oh, I got it.
Old Black OJ had a white wife. Looky here. Old Black OJ had a big old knife. Looky here. With a stab wound here and a dead Jew there. Here coon, there coon, everywhere I'm stab wounds. Old Black OJ killed his white wife. Looky here. Old Black OJ went to the courts. Looky here. Went to the court and the judge was a nip. Looky here. With fried rice here and an egg roll there. Here nip, there nip, everywhere I'm nip. Stab wound here and a dead Jew there. Here coon, there coon, everywhere I'm stab wound. Old Black OJ killed his white wife. Looky here. Old Black OJ got the chair. Looky here. Baba Booey done pulled the switch. Looky here. With a zap here and a zap there. Smell that burning afro hair. Fried rice here and an egg roll there. Here nip, there nip, everywhere nip. Stab wound here and a dead Jew there. Here coon, there coon, everywhere I'm stab wounds. Old Black OJ's dead and gone. Looky here.
We have to meet this guy.
He done turned Nicole into a holy mackerel.
All I know is that song, the woman had it memorized after hearing it once, and she's like a school teacher and stuff, and she knew it right away.
Wow.
She could sing the whole thing.
She teaching it to her kids.
In school.
Hopefully, yes. Old Black OJ had a white wife. Looky here. And a stab wound there. And
everywhere I'm stab wound.
Everywhere I'm stab wound.
A dead Jew there.
Double. What's it called? Coon. I know he says coon twice.
Yeah, but none of the first, what was it? Stab wound here and a stab wound there.
Here a coon, there a coon, everywhere.
Everywhere I'm stab wound.
Everywhere I'm stab wound.
Egg roll here. Hey,
you know what we ought to do? We ought to choreograph that for the television show. Why don't we just bring some girls, like hee-haw girls in here, and let them dance to it?
With straw hats and short shorts.
Yeah, with their butt cheeks sticking out.
The Daisy Dukes.
The Daisy Dukes. Looky here.
That sounds good to me.
Stab booms. Thank you.
Not that, coming to Cleveland for the trial?
Yeah, well, you know, maybe because what we're trying to figure out is if we do the show from Cleveland, the trial starts at like 10 or 11 o'clock.
That's after we get off the air.
Yeah, so what we're thinking of doing is just taping the trial and playing it back on the air.
Or sending maybe one like Elephant Boy or John or somebody.
Yeah, I'm trying to work the whole thing out. I thought it'd be cool to be down there for the trial, but then I realized that nothing goes on between 6 and 10 in the morning.
Well, you should be part of it, you know.
I think I am.
You're not going to be called to testify?
I didn't see anything. I saw him do it.
But wait a minute. You know what happened to you while you were on the air. Don't they need to establish that?
Yeah, sure, Robin. Robin just came back from law school. She took a weekend course.
Maybe OJ done cut the wires.
Who knows?
You know how they sometimes have the witness or the victim of the crime on the stand, even though they don't remember anything.
Yeah.
Punitive damages here.
Damages here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, the guy who cut our wires when we did that broadcast in Cleveland has been suspended without pay.
And didn't they advertise his job now? They need to have an opening.
Yeah, in the newspaper. They're looking for an enthusiastic engineer. The last one
Someone who follows orders.
The last one was very enthusiastic. So anyway, yeah. And hopefully he'll be in jail soon.
Maybe they'll fry him too with Old Black OJ.
With Old Black OJ, he better give up whoever else was involved in it, because otherwise he's going to jail. He should make a plea bargain. I would like that.
Well, suppose he is the only one. Give him up anyway.
No, I don't think he's the only one. My personal opinion is he wasn't the only one involved in this, but...
Do you have anything to rest that opinion on? Any information?
Just my years in radio and how nobody acts alone.
Okay.
How everyone in radio is scared chicken S, and they, they all get together in a little cabal and plot these things out. I just know radio people.
All right, I just wondered if there was any concrete evidence.
No, not on my part. The only guy who knows is the guy who cut the wires, and so far he's not talking because he thinks he's not going to. Because he thinks, well, hey, they don't put anybody in jail.
Yes.
Yeah, what's the big deal? I just cut some wires. But if the judge actually takes the case seriously and throws the guy behind bars, these acts of vandalism, same with the caning. A lot of states now are looking into caning. They want to start caning, and they're right to do it because there are a whole bunch of laws that are being broken.
And you can't throw people in jail for writing on a wall.
There's no jail space. I was reading an article. They were screaming, with this crime bill, how there's no jail space, and we got to get tough, and we got to, now with the new crime bill, which I'm for, they will have the death penalty for more kinds of offenses, drive-by shootings, all this kind of stuff. So I think it's very good. I mean, anytime, the laws are there, but someone's got to enforce them. Hopefully they'll be enforced now. And there are a bunch of crimes like, that a guy who murders in this country, actually murders someone, does it on the average of about 7 years, but someone who gets busted for doing some coke, and I don't even mean dealing, they get 15 years to life. It's unbelievable. You could kill someone and be out quicker than if you do some
cocaine.
I couldn't care who does cocaine. I couldn't care if you kill yourself with any kind of drug. That's your business. It's unbelievable how backward everything is. There's a kid in Michigan in jail for life.
He's not the only one.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Who cares? Legalize the whole mess and make room for some real criminals. And if someone's involved in drive-by shooting of a police officer, any of this stuff, just kill him. Old Black OJ had a white wife. They should kill him once they find him guilty. Come on. I saw a proposal, jail space. They're running out of jail space so bad that everyone will have to give up a room in their house to house a prisoner.
Yeah, you're going to have to put bars on one room and
That's
keep
right.
your own prisoners.
Yeah. If anybody does anything against you, you just have to lock them up in your house. Feed them.
Put them in the cell.
Right. Who's on our phone, Bubba? Oh, hi.
This is our producer in Cleveland, Dave, and he's, he'll tell you.
Bubba, oh, hi. Hi, Dave.
Morning, Howard.
You're on the air.
Yeah, several of us, let me turn this down, it's annoying, we received subpoenas.
Oh, yeah?
For this Thursday.
But what does the trial actually start, Thursday?
They told us the 7th.
What is today's date? I don't even know what month we're in. What is this, August?
August, yes.
Today, August 7th?
No.
22nd.
22nd?
22nd.
So you guys are late for your court date if it was the 7th.
No, they said September 7th.
Oh, September 7th you have to be at the court.
No, but he's saying they got a subpoena to come earlier.
I got something from the prosecutor saying I have to be there the 25th of August and 9 a.m. Doesn't say it's for court or anything. It says state subpoena. I don't know. Maybe
might be that pre-trial hocus pocus. Yeah, I don't know what that's. Once you ask, like when you got subpoenaed, wouldn't you ask someone at the station why you're being?
Well, it says to call the prosecutor here, and I called, but he wasn't in his office all day Friday.
Oh.
Several of us all received them here at the radio station. Not
Cool.
for you guys yet, though.
Gee, I wish I received something.
Suppose we get subpoenaed.
Then I will have to go.
I guess the sheriff would have to serve you there in New York.
Yeah, you don't have to serve me anything. Just call me. I'll be glad to come.
Yeah, you're not going to run from this one.
I ain't running from this one. I'd run from several, but not this one.
Yeah, I'm just reading here. It doesn't say, like, court, but I don't know. It's pretty official, though.
Cool. Well, you were one of the people who saw something.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
Well, you know.
He doesn't want to tell everything.
You can't really talk about it.
He's waiting till the Inquirer pays him off.
He tried to
They
sell
take
that
money, don't
story.
they?
What?
They pay pretty good money, though.
There you go.
Excellent money.
All right, so in other words, you have to be in court in like 3 days.
Yeah, on the 25th, 9 a.m.
Wow. Well, call us and let us know what happens.
Yeah, one of us will get a hold of you guys and let you know what's up.
All right, real good.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
So the wheels of justice are turning.
Yeah. What'd you do this weekend? Anything?
I was in Baltimore.
Saw your parents?
I did for a few minutes, yeah.
What were you doing there?
I had to do some videotaping.
Are you still working on that book?
No, yes, I'm working on the book, but I wasn't doing that this weekend.
What were you videotaping?
Somebody was videotaping me, Hal.
Oh, Judith?
Yeah.
Oh. You did that? You went to Baltimore and let them videotape you walking around Baltimore?
Well, it was killing 2 birds with 1 stone, so since I was there.
Where I went to school.
This is where I went to school.
This is my old neighborhood.
I learned to tie my shoes here.
I was murdered here.
The woman who edited my book, Judith Regan, she now
fine editor.
She's now editing Robin's book, and now this is really weird. This woman, Judith Regan, who was a book editor when I met her.
Right, she was in print.
Yeah, she'd done the Rush Limbaugh book, she'd done the Kathy Lee Gifford book, but she was nobody. I mean, she basically was editing books. So she hooks up with me, and she edits my book, and I'm going around, saying how great she is.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, they're hiring her for TV shows. She has no experience whatsoever in television, and they're hiring her to host a 60 Minutes that will type of show that will air on Fox, which will last all of 3 weeks. So she calls me and says, "Will you do a profile on this 60 Minute show?" And I said, "No, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that." So who she get a hold of? Robin next. But Robin's in the middle. Robin tries to say no, but she's in the middle of editing a book with her.
Right. So what am I supposed to do?
So Robin has to do it. We all agreed that Robin has to do it because you don't want your book screwed up.
That's right. I still want her to pay attention to me.
Yeah. So this Judith thinks she's Letterman with a vagina, and she's running.
Well, she shot Robin Quivers the movie.
Yeah.
There's 500 hours on video.
But why did you do that?
Like I said, it was killing 2 birds with 1 stone anyway.
Which were the 2 birds?
What's with the 2 birds? I needed to go to Baltimore.
Yeah, so
since they were going to pay for the ticket.
Why did you need to go there?
I had some business to take care of.
What kind of business?
Personal.
Monkey business.
It wasn't personal. What was the business? What kind of business?
It actually was, yes. It was a personal thing, and I don't want to talk about it.
Personal with your parents, you mean?
No.
Personal with some family member?
No.
That fake brother of yours?
No. Fake brother. Thank you very much.
What?
She went to change her birth certificate.
That's right. I got my parents erased.
You didn't have any personal business.
I did, too.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
But it didn't involve your family?
No.
It involved a friend?
Yes.
So you went to visit a friend?
They're a very dear friend, yes.
Oh, okay, all right. You went to see a very dear friend?
A very dear friend.
A loved one.
What was that?
A loved one.
We got to get a Robin puppet.
What is wrong with the way I phrase things?
Got to get a hold of that.
Very regal. Everything takes on a very important
Very
air.
haughty, very hoity-toity.
Anything you were about. Very personal meeting I had.
Baltimore's a fine city, except it's too grimy.
We got to get a Robin puppet, so she could hang out with the Gary puppet.
Oh boy, me and Gary?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Oh no, you keep the Gary puppet in a bag. Robin's puppet would have to sit on a throne.
That's right.
Yeah,
Thank
right.
you, Jackie.
Sedan chair.
Hey, Gary puppet, where's your bag? Let me see it.
That's really not good enough for me.
Oh, you don't have him? Oh, it's all right. I'll forget it.
He forgot to bring him in anyway.
That's all right. Forget it. I just wanted
the
to
real
see.
Gary came in. Work him.
Yeah, we got the real work. Hey, put Gary on your lap. Oh, wait a second. Here I am.
Here I am. Judith, get my good side. There we go. Ooh, look at my tresses as they flow down like Rapunzel.
It really caused quite a hubbub in my neighborhood to see a film crew following me walking down the street.
Yeah, not too many people get that.
They stole the cameras.
I'm going to get a Robin puppet next. Gary, call the place that made the Gary puppet and tell them to start working on a Robin puppet.
And tell them to make it flattering.
Yeah, and don't let it. And don't let it live in a bag.
That's right.
Robin will have a fit. So what? Yeah. So
can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah. Wait. What was it you saying though?
I don't know. Something about me, probably. Something very disparaging.
What is it, Gary?
I have to tell you that my entire body is shaking right now as I tell you something that I've been dreading telling you all weekend.
Well, this sounds good. You had to go shoot a piece with Judith Regan.
No.
But let me just finish this story. Okay. He's got me curious. But
yeah, really, I'm anxious to know what he can just dreading telling you.
I don't think the whole time I've known him, his body is shook. But anyway, Judith was my editor on the book, now Robin, so she got this job with Fox, and she's now an editor. She has her own book imprint, and she has...
Regan Books.
Regan Books.
That's right.
And she has her own TV program.
Yes.
And she has the right to produce movies or sign movies or something like that.
That's right. It's a multimedia deal.
Meanwhile, she's too busy to do anything right. She's running around. She thinks she's going to be a TV star. It's totally absurd. It is the funniest thing you've ever saw because she's running around like she's Mike Wallace now.
Yeah, and unfortunately I get hooked into it.
Yeah. And
she was really, really, really angry at you that you wouldn't be part of the Robin piece. Like,
I'm part of it. I did an interview.
Oh, okay, because she was there that day. She wanted to, like, break the door down.
No, excuse me. I don't want to be chased. One day,
absolutely not.
So one day we're here, and all of a sudden I see Judith Regan and a whole film crew chasing me in the halls. And I went ape.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? I didn't know what was going on.
Couldn't believe it. Tom came and got me and said, Robin, they're chasing Howard.
Help him. I mean, it's like a mad woman as Mike Wallace. So, like, she's really into this. So when I went over there, I went to visit Judith about 3 weeks ago. All she does is run around with her new stationery. And I guess
she got the stationery in.
She has the stationery. She's got a book stationery, a film stationery, and a TV show stationery.
Did she show you her new office? Because she's really high on that, too.
Yeah, and she has 2 offices. And it's like, well, but is anyone doing any work? Are you buying any books?
What's so crazy is the only reason she pulls it all off is because she's so damn cute.
No. It's not that. Well, maybe that's part of it, but...
Imagine if somebody like that was chasing you around and she wasn't attractive. You would have thrown her out of here on her head. Sure.
No, but the point is that she got all this through me. It was kind of like...
Right.
Because it was really
why
weird.
Did you work so close and hand in hand with her?
I called her up.
She's so cute.
No, because I needed an editor.
Well,
he would have worked with
if you have 5 editors.
What are you talking about? He didn't get to choose. She approached him about writing a book.
You think you would have got as close to her and worked his hand in hand?
No, of course not.
Well, there you go.
To have sex with her. So anyway...
Working knees to knees with her.
Right. No, I had to work very closely with her.
She was looking over his shoulder the whole time.
No, I mean, she's really talented as an editor. I don't know about being a TV person.
But really, what do you have to do?
I know. It looked kind of easy when she was doing it.
Yeah.
You don't really have to do that much.
There's somebody else running around actually putting the story together. It's not Judith doing it.
Yeah, right.
She just stands there and asks the question.
That they told her to ask.
That's right.
But it's weird because I called her up once. I said, who else is on this TV show with you? She goes, well, I'm the only name. I said, boy, is she delusional.
She mentioned another guy's name.
I'm the only name.
She's the name.
What?
No, she mentioned another guy's name.
But you don't know him. That's what she meant. He's not known like she is.
Yeah, I mean, she thinks she's known. I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there. So Robin went up to Baltimore with Judith.
Or down to Baltimore, whichever way.
Right, down to Baltimore. And did she go down on the plane with you and everything?
No, I went down separately.
Oh, I see. You were there, and then the film crew shows up.
Yeah.
And how does she have time on a weekend to charge around with you in Baltimore?
I have no clue.
Was it for 2 full days?
No, she was only there for that day. But she had to get some antiquing in. She was there.
Antiquing.
Wait a second, Robin. I have a question for you because I think I know where this is going.
Antiquing.
Is this antiquing?
Is this
Give me that Tiffany lamp.
Are you Judith's first piece?
Yes.
That's what's going on.
Yeah, right. That'll change.
She'll spend a lot less time with everyone after you.
Yeah. Anyway, why is your body shaking?
What I'm about to say, it's not funny.
Oh.
I don't think it's funny, but...
Well, why are you laughing?
Because it's weird.
Why
don't we take a commercial? This is going to go on for a long time.
Was something bad happen to you?
Yeah.
Having to do with the show or personally?
Nothing to do with the baby.
No.
All right.
Oh, okay. Now we can calm down.
That would have been
really
funny.
have a good
No,
time.
I wouldn't make that sort of announcement on the radio. Fred,
Right.
do you want to take us... do we have time? We should break.
Are you going to tell me the announcement in the break?
No.
Well, now you got my curiosity.
I'm already in big trouble, so I might as well go for the air.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
I'll tell you what. I'll make the announcement. I'll walk out of the room.
No.
Then I have to set up some phone calls.
Let me take a break.
All right.
We'll come back. I want to hear this announcement.
Okay. I'm going to leave the room.
You're going to leave the room? It's that bad. Am I going to be mad at you?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, great.
And he's got to turn himself in. I love it.
Maybe we should wait till 7.
You know what? It can't be that bad. Because if it was really bad, he would never
If it was
say
real
that.
bad, he wouldn't tell us on the air.
You think that?
Well,
Well,
we'll
he
see.
wouldn't tell you you'd be mad at
When
him.
we come back...
You know what? Maybe he's too afraid to tell you in person because you're going to be really mad.
When we get back, we'll hear Baba Booey's announcement.
Howard.
Right after... Right?
Robin got it.
Really? You're too afraid to tell me in real life?
That's right.
I think we should guess before he comes
I almost called you this weekend, and I decided to save it for today. The only way you can save
I'm
your
glad you didn't, because I was being a family man this weekend.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
the only way you can save your ass around this program is to, if you do something really, really bad, if you can at least turn it into good
An
radio,
ear
you get
You get points.
you get a couple of points.
Am I going to hate you for this?
No, because it's not something that can't be fixed, but you're going to be pretty pissed.
All right.
Did you have him doing something?
Nothing.
Nope, just,
Let's wait till we get back on the air. Nobody talked to Gary during the commercial. We'll be back right after these words for Gary's big announcement.
Booey. Booey.
Baba Booey, what is your problem? Tell me what is ailing you. Baba Booey,
He must be nervous. He's already licked those teeth twice.
are you licking those teeth?
just throw a bucket of water on me.
Fred, I think you better get the Gary puppet for this one and start licking its teeth. We got to get to move its tongue.
Yes, we got to get Gary Puppet a tongue.
Yeah. What is your problem?
Okay, I'm really, really nervous, so you got to have a little pity on me. You know, like when a kid comes to his father and he did something wrong?
Sure, it wasn't
You're
that
no
bad.
kid, you're a grown man.
Fred, don't go anywhere.
Like when a kid...
The Gary puppet has been abducted.
Oh,
And I know
stop it.
somebody stole the puppet on Saturday. But I have a plate number of the car that took it.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious. I'm not
What did
kidding.
we tell you
I'm
when
not
we let
kidding.
you take the puppet?
Wait a second. Excuse me. I want to say something.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. I think that you guys set me up, but I really believe
Oh, I set you up.
I think that you guys set me up.
First of all, number one, I did not set you up. Number two, what did I tell you about taking the Gary puppet on an appearance?
Keep an eye on it.
So how did
He
you
comes to me. He comes to me and he says, "Hey Howard, hey Wolf, I wanted. Did I tell you I love the Gary puppet more than I love any person on this planet?
Yes, you did.
That I love the Gary puppet more than my wife and family?
You probably, yes, you did say that. You did say
Definitely more than you.
that. Definitely more than
Definitely more than the Gary puppet is a superstar on E.
Yes.
And people on the radio like the Gary puppet. Go figure that one out. That's like Charlie McCarthy being
I
a
know.
star
I
on
never
radio.
understood how that worked, but it's working here.
How did you
again.
lose it? How could you do that? How do you lose the
Wait
Gary
a minute.
puppet?
Let me find out what the situation was. It was Saturday?
Yes.
And why did how would I set you up?
I don't know.
We don't even know where you were.
Where were you?
You guys know where I was.
I
mean,
have
was
no
at an
idea
appearance. It's not
where
like you know.
Where were you?
I was at an appearance in Little Falls, New Jersey.
And where is the Gary puppet now?
Gone.
Someone stole it.
Yes.
You're not
But
kidding.
how
No,
did
not.
it get out of your sight? Why weren't you touching the Gary puppet at all times?
Because the owners of the store wanted me to look at something, and they said they would watch it while I was gone for about 2 seconds.
What?
He's kidding.
I'm not kidding.
The Gary
come on.
puppet is gone.
Yes, it's gone.
Then you better get on Fred's lap.
Get me a cane. I didn't tell anybody or was in cahoots with anyone.
Why would the owners...
But of course somebody would want to steal it.
No. But why would the owners of the store need to lure Gary away?
Yeah.
What did they need to show you?
What did they show you?
He needed to show me the sound system in his car.
Why?
It was an
Did it
audio
sound-
store.
And you just left the Gary puppet like sitting in a bag?
No, it was sitting behind the counter. It was behind...
All right, let me get this straight.
Here, I have an eyewitness on the phone. An eyewitness who also managed to get me the plate number of the car that took it.
Excellent. Hello?
Hi.
Hey,
This is Walt.
did you call the cops?
Not yet.
Well, it's a
Well,
kidnapping.
Gary puppet could be in another state by now.
That's what I'm saying. The Gary puppet could be gone. Hello?
Hi.
That Gary puppet, first of all, is expensive,
Yeah.
and I don't want a different Gary puppet. I like that
Well,
one.
the owner of the store is already willing to pay for one to be made.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
but
told
how
him
long
what
is it
the
going to
price-
take?
Probably take a couple of weeks.
And what are we supposed to
Oh. Gary, from now on, man, do me a favor. If someone hires you for an appearance,
Right.
go yourself. Don't take the Gary puppet.
Well,
Don't
you
take
can't.
anything of mine. That's my property I lent you. I entrusted you with my property.
I had a feeling. Why did you tell him he could do it?
I told him because I thought he was responsible, but that's the second mistake I made. Yes? You were a witness?
Yeah,
Did you see the person who stole it?
basically, but I gotta tell you,
You know that someone stole it?
I gotta tell you,
What?
watching the people around that place was like being at a party where the jokes on
the one person, everybody else was laughing their ass off behind your back.
So you're saying that there was more than one person in on it?
Well,
everyone saw it. Nobody
on it, but they were all told during it.
What are you talking about?
Well, I just happened to be done taking pictures of Gary and the.
So did you snap a picture of the guy?
Actually, I left the camera with somebody out front, but I walked around.
Please.
Why are you hanging up on him?
Hey, I don't even know what
he
he's
doesn't even have a
talking
picture
about.
of it.
So he saw the guys do it. He saw the car. He saw the faces. So
you have his number, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got the license plate number.
So where is the plate number then?
I got it in my pocket.
So then call the cops.
Report it?
When are you going to report this thing?
Why'd you just hang up on that guy?
Because he's full of crap. I asked him if he had the picture of him. He goes, my camera got stolen. You believe him?
No, he didn't say his camera got stolen.
His camera was outside.
He said he left it up front. Why are you so quick to hang up on him? I just don't know. He had a lot. Why
are you accusing me of this? You stole my puppet.
I'm not accusing you of anything.
I love that friggin' puppet. The puppet's great on the... Do me a favor, Gary. Yeah. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Goodbye.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. It's a big joke.
Not a big joke.
It's a big joke to everyone but me. He's sitting there accusing me. Get the guy on the phone then. Why am I hanging up on the guy? And he gives me a big smirk.
I don't know what anybody's talking about.
A big toothy smirk.
I can't figure out what happened.
Because he thinks that I'm in on it.
Oh.
What's going on, John?
We wanted to talk to a guy who was at the appearance when...
Yeah. Hello?
Howard.
Yeah.
And it was horrible.
Did you see the guy who took it?
Well, I had just got there right when it happened. I walked in, and there was a big crowd for Gary, about 7 people. And I went in the back, and I saw Gary in the back, and I've never seen a whiter face in my life. It looked like a mime almost. Like a mime with a mouthful of green chiclets. But anyway, let me tell you, the sweat was dripping off him. He looked like I've never seen anybody look that sick.
Hey, if somebody has the Gary puppet, would you call in and give it back? I would appreciate it. No questions asked.
You could just see the dread. He didn't want Monday to come at all.
If anybody is listening to this program and has possession of the Gary puppet...
Yeah, it's all right to yank Gary around, but that's our puppet.
Yeah, we want our puppet back. If you could just call in and give us the puppet back, we'd appreciate it. We don't ask you for much. Because Toothy over there is giving me weird looks. Why'd you hang up on that guy? Why'd you hang up on that guy? Because I'm not going to sit and listen to some guy who tells me his camera is up front. He didn't see anything.
He wants to be on the air.
He wants to be on the air. But Toothy is too stupid to see that. Did you see the guy who took it?
I told you, I got there right when it happened, so I didn't see anybody who was there. But Gary's reaction was just amazing. He was on the side of the building holding his hands, and he just was walking all around. You just felt bad for him for a second until I got in my car and started cracking up.
I know, it does seem kind of dumb. It's all over a puppet, but the puppet's really expensive, and the puppet's really very famous.
It sounds like he was watching O.J. in the van.
Yeah, I know.
He was looking up in the air. I guess he was looking for a beam so he could throw a rope.
I don't mind. You know what? I'm not mad at Gary for the puppet being taken. Although I am. I'm mad on one level. But, I mean, what? He's coming in here and giving me like a big stupid grin. Like I'm supposed to be happy about this.
He certainly wasn't grinning that day, I'll tell you that much. He was hurting.
I'm not giving you
I don't get you, man.
No, I'm not. I'm just...
You lose my possessions, and then I'm supposed to sit there and take it? The guy said he didn't even have a picture of him.
Yeah, but so what are you talking about?
So get the license plate and call the cops. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, but you didn't even ask the guy all the stuff that he did see.
Howard, you want to hear
I assumed
he didn't see. This guy didn't see anything. This guy wasn't even there. That other guy saw somebody bring it out the back that probably
so put him
worked
back on.
That probably worked
put him
at
back
the place.
on.
All right, John.
Yeah.
You mean the people you were working for?
So you think someone...
I don't know. I shouldn't say. But
I like how you're accusing everyone of taking the puppet.
Well, listen, Howard, it's not inconceivable. Just think about it. Think about it.
That someone who worked there.
No, it's not inconceivable that you guys would want to pull up. Just think about it.
I didn't do anything. I don't have anything to do with this.
We've tried to get Jackie's a fake daughter. We pulled a practical joke on everybody on the show. It's not inconceivable that you guys, this would be the ultimate practical joke to pull on me.
I'll tell you something.
Why don't we have the Gary puppet here for the show today? Why don't we just come in
because it wouldn't be funny yet. Robin, it's not funny until you torment me for 2 or 3 days.
Excuse me, I wish I had been smart enough to steal the Gary puppet.
Because then we'd have it.
I was promoting this appearance for 2 weeks. I could almost hear the words coming out of Jackie's lips. I got a great idea. Let's steal the puppet. I'm just saying, it's not inconceivable.
No, not the case. Did you have anything to do with this?
Who, me? No.
No, Jackie.
What am I going to
John, come in here. But, I mean, it's not inconceivable.
I don't understand why you left the puppet there
I haven't. Because the people that
so many people there.
Because the people that were
I asked you to watch.
Because the people that were running the store said they'd watch it. I was gone for 2 seconds. What? Get that guy back.
When am I going to fire you?
He's always delegating. Somebody tells him to take care of the puppet.
I say to Gary, watch the friggin' puppet. So what does he do? He gets there
and leaves it.
And he tells someone else to watch the puppet. Why leave it? The thing weighs 2 pounds.
It was behind a counter with people that worked at the store. Then they claimed they didn't see anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're claiming that because they don't want to be responsible.
Then the guy who took it...
But that's not his responsibility, the guy who
You
stored
were supposed to keep the puppet with you.
You're right.
So just why don't you bring the puppet with you when you went to look at the guy's car? What was the big deal? Did he make a whole issue of it?
Yeah, well, yeah. He's like, you got to come out and see my car. It'll take 2 seconds. Come on. He just like sort of tugging me. Come on, we'll be 2 seconds. Come on. You know what I mean?
So just bring the puppet with you.
I know, but like I said, it was behind the counter. Somebody was watching. It was going to be a second. You know how it happens.
If we had given you 500 gold bars, you would have left them with strangers.
Right.
No, I wouldn't.
People you don't know.
Yeah, if I gave him magic beans, like in Jack and the Magic Beanstalk, Toothy over here. Listen, man, the thing if the puppet's replaceable, even though now we got to wait 3 or 4 weeks for a puppet to be made. Is that how long it takes?
Probably, yeah.
The puppet's replaceable. What my trust has been betrayed here. I've said to you, hold on. If you're going to take a puppet, hold on to it.
No, I admit that. Gosh, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, I admit that what I did was stupid and wrong.
It is stupid.
And I'd like to apologize to Jackie's wife, Nancy.
Yeah. I hope your wife never leaves you with a baby.
Yeah. I'll just put it behind the counter here.
Here, would you watch this for me?
Howard, the place had no surveillance cameras either. Actually,
that's not true.
Actually, they did have them, but they weren't on.
They weren't on. The guy said they weren't on. Sort of seems odd.
Why wouldn't they be on?
Because they don't put them on during the day.
During an appearance is the best time to put it on. People lift stuff all the time. Was the guy's stereo cool? I mean, what was that's what I want to know.
Was it a great stereo?
Yeah, it was a Sony mini disc player with a 10 CD changer instead of a Porsche.
Oh boy. So it was worth it. Yeah, it was worth my puppet
looking
being
at it really makes a big difference.
What is this stuttering, John?
This guy claims he has the puppet.
Hey, I got to hang up on you, dude.
All right, bud.
All right. Hello? Do you have the puppet?
I've got the puppet, and I'm holding it hostage. I want $1,000, and if I don't, I'm going to start sending you little body parts of this puppet, piece by piece.
You don't have the puppet.
I've got the puppet.
Tell you what, if you have the puppet...
Yeah?
Make it talk.
Let me talk to the puppet.
The puppet is bound and gagged in a chair. I'm not going to talk to the puppet. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll send you a picture of the puppet with today's Asbury Park Press and the Philadelphia Inquirer with the same date on it.
All right, then that's
hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second.
He doesn't have the puppet.
I got the puppet. A guy came out of the store with Jersey plates, and I was there from Philadelphia. He said, look what I got, the Gary puppet. He flipped it to me, and I jumped into my car. So Gary's got a license plate.
Hold on a second. You were just sitting in the back of the parking lot, and somebody threw you the puppet. You had no plan or anything.
No plan whatsoever.
Somebody just threw you the puppet, and you took off with it.
He just said, hey.
You need a plan to baffle you, Gary?
He said, look what I have.
All right, hold on a second. What was the Gary puppet wearing? Do you know what the Gary puppet was wearing? All right, what was the Gary puppet wearing? What is it wearing? What is the Gary puppet wearing?
It changes outfits a lot.
Changes outfits a lot.
What is the Gary puppet wearing right now?
A pair of pants and a shirt on.
What's on the shirt?
What does the shirt say?
What's the shirt say?
What the hell is the shirt say? The Howard Stern show.
You don't have the puppet.
I'm telling you.
Then what?
Are you going to take the chance of me having the puppet? Because I'm going to start sanding off an appendage of this puppet.
Hey, that's not necessary.
Send us the picture.
Don't harm him.
I tell you, he's bound and gagged right now.
Why don't you just look at the T-shirt and tell us what it is, and then I'll offer you a reward.
That's it. I've got the puppet.
Exactly.
I want $1,000, and I'll meet you down at Rockefeller Center Plaza for the $1,000.
Why don't you fax a picture right now, the Gary puppet?
What's your fax number?
What's the fax number?
759-K-fax.
KFA.
How am I going to take a picture of the puppet right now?
How are you going to take the picture you were going to send us with the Asbury Park Press?
Yeah.
That's because I have to have the picture to
He doesn't have. You don't have it.
Have another guy on the phone who kind of sounds like he has it because he knows what Gary was.
Hello? Do you have the Gary puppet?
Sure. Don't listen to that clown. I got the puppet, Howard.
Now, how'd you get it?
Yeah.
How'd I get it?
Yeah.
You went outside. You left the puppet like a fool. You left it right there.
And how'd you get it?
I grabbed it and ran out the back door.
Like a fool.
Okay, now
that's what he is a fool.
What does the back door look like?
The back door. It even had a security thing across the back to set an alarm off. I went right out the back. It didn't even go off.
Uh-huh.
I ran out.
Is that right?
That's true.
All right.
What's the T-shirt? What does the T-shirt say?
Ta-ta Toothy. It says hi, boss.
Is that what it was
right?
there?
Yeah.
Oh, you
really have the Baba Booey puppet?
Absolutely.
Listen.
Now, why did you take
Hold it a second.
What?
I love that puppet more than anything.
What's it worth to you, Howard?
Want?
What do you want? Video half price? Why would you take the Gary puppet? You know it has family and people who...
Don't you love it on the show? I mean, you can't do anything with it.
Let me speak to the Gary puppet.
I mean, people love that puppet.
If he's there with you, let me speak to him.
All right. Hey, Gary, why'd you leave me like that?
That's him. Gary puppet, are you all right?
Wait a second. I have to... Hold on. You know what? I'll be back in a second. Somebody left a ransom note. Hold on. I got to get that for you so I can show it to you.
No, there's no ransom note. I didn't leave a ransom note. I did not leave a ransom note, Howard.
What is he saying? A ransom note was left at the place?
I don't know what Gary's saying at all. He just ran out of the room and said there's a ransom note.
Because why wouldn't he bring that to us at the beginning?
He went to throw up. Wait a second. So that idiot leaves the puppet laying in the back there, and you just took it and nobody even said anything.
Howard, the guy said to him, I was scoping the place. I heard the guy say to him, hey, why don't you go outside and give out some prizes to the people? He goes, oh, okay, no problem.
And just gets up and walks away from the puppet.
And you're not a professional thief or anything.
No, not by, no, not at all. It was too easy. It was too easy.
He wasn't even planning on stealing it. It was just...
No, it was there because he says Gary was asked to go outside and hand out stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You weren't asked to go out to the guy's car. He says...
Well, yeah, I was asked to go and hand out stuff and go out to the guy's car.
So this guy really has it. He knows everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you really have it, send me a shoe.
All right.
Or send me his hand. Send me his pinky.
Don't send him.
I can tell you what his pinky is made out of and everything. I can tell you everything about him.
Don't hurt him.
Well, what's he worth to you?
Ah, come on. You're not going to make us pay, are you?
You just did that to Google Gary.
And I do have your license plate number.
No, that wasn't my car.
How do you know?
What?
How do you know?
How do I know it wasn't my car?
He wasn't driving his car.
I know who was driving. I wasn't driving my car.
You give us the Gary puppet, and...
We won't turn in your friend.
Yeah.
Nah, you could turn him in. That's all right.
But he'll turn you in. And, you know, the Gary puppet is worth $600, so that is a felony.
Oh, that's all right. I'm not worried about that.
Well, Gary will pay you for the puppet.
Oh, yeah?
I will.
Well, what do you
want? I'll pay you the $600 it's worth.
Oh, come on. It's worth more than the value. It's worth more than that. What it cost to make.
What about a celebrity?
People love that puppet. You can't. I've been showing my friends. They're loving the puppet. They're ready to buy it off me.
Oh, man.
See, this guy keeps showing it around.
Yeah, everybody's touching it.
No, I didn't try.
You know what? I can't believe the position I'm in that I now... One of my Gary puppet is being held for ransom.
Yeah.
What did you make at that appearance? What did they pay you there?
Well, I'm not going to say on the air, but I'll be willing to turn that. We can talk about it off the air. I will be willing to turn that.
Did you make more than $2,000?
No.
Did you make $1,500?
Somewhere around that area.
Somewhere between $1,500 and $200,000.
Is that good for you, sir? Would you take that for the Gary puppet?
It's got to be worth about at least $2,000, about $2,000 at least.
All right, Gary will give you $2,000.
I actually have people who are willing to pay me since it's now that they actually know that's the actual Gary puppet because they were a little skeptical. They're actually willing to pay me that much money.
All I do want to say, Howard, is even though it'll take 2 or 3 weeks, you know, there were a couple of modifications you wanted to make on that puppet for $2,000. I can have a better one made.
And how do you feel? I don't know how I feel about the original Gary puppet being out there.
I feel terrible about it being out there.
That is my puppet.
And he'll be doing shows.
And not only that, who knows what he'll be doing to the puppet?
Or what
do you mean?
We could be committing acts of sodomy or something on the puppet.
Or having other people. Oh,
I mean, the puppet could be used in satanic ritual. I don't know. I think of that puppet. Fred works that damn... Look at the what?
On the Judith Regan show.
Yeah, right.
It's profile.
Seriously, the way Fred works that puppet, I feel like he's a son.
Say it.
Just give it back.
Imagine what people
I
might
can't give it back. Can't give it. I went through a lot of trouble to get that puppet.
Where do you live now? I mean, what state are you in?
I'm in New Jersey.
Come on, drive it in here. Be a hero.
I'm only 15 minutes from you.
You can have the Gary puppet here.
I can have it there in 15 minutes for the right price.
All right, we'll come up with the money. You come in with the puppet.
I knew I should have put LoJack in the puppet.
Gary, you
make jokes.
Yeah, make jokes.
Gary, you made it so easy. What was... I couldn't understand it. I was sitting there thinking, how could I was actually thinking, maybe I should take this puppet.
You know what it is? Because when you're stupid, you trust everyone.
Yeah.
It's like Forrest Gump.
You want the puppet? Maybe Tom will offer him something. From the station.
Forget Tom.
Well, Tom doesn't have to. This is my responsibility.
This is Gary's responsibility. Tom, I don't think Tom has to offer.
Tom doesn't have to offer anything.
Tom's very cheap.
I know.
Just tell us the bottom line.
No love for the puppet.
I can hear Tom running down the hall now.
Tell us what you want.
Oh, here he is.
Tom, you believe this?
Tom's not very cheap, but he's not going to negotiate with a ransomer.
He'd rather have Gary Puppet.
If Gary Puppet's like a child to me. If you had a child that was kidnapped, wouldn't you negotiate?
But we have a lead. I don't know why we haven't called this into the police.
I don't know why we haven't.
Yeah, we should be tracing this call.
You committed a felony, sir. Just drive down here and all be forgotten.
Exactly.
No questions asked. Just turn in the Gary puppet.
Nah, I'd rather keep the puppet.
Okay, no problem, because we'll call a local precinct and we'll report the
there you go.
and get this thing in gear right now.
The car was stolen. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
No problem.
Yeah, you stole a car to lift a puppet?
No,
you weren't even lifting a puppet.
What are you, Dillinger?
All I know is, ladies and gentlemen, you are now witnessing why my producer is the stupidest producer in the country. I said to him, do not take that Gary puppet anywhere. And he says, Bull, what are you worried about? I'll take the puppet.
I'll take care of it.
I will not let it out of my sight, and you let my Gary puppet out of sight.
I know.
And this puppet has spent... where is it? Is it buried, the puppet?
What did you do with it all weekend?
Did it breathe?
I slept with it all weekend.
Oh,
that's disgusting. The Gary puppet's having a homosexual liaison with this guy. Some hillbilly.
And it loves Fred. Stop that.
I don't like it leaving my office. I don't even like it leaving my office.
Well, you know, as
this is it. You are never going to be trusted again.
I see a movie here, Silence of the Gary Puppet.
It's true. But it's not funny.
He's in a pit.
Sir, I want the Gary puppet. Bring it down. I'll pay.
What do you
No, you don't have to pay.
Just tell me how much it is.
I want Gary to
Give me a bottom line. No, I'll pay. How much is it?
For it.
How much is it? I want my puppet back.
2,000 will do it.
All right, get it down here.
All right.
Bastard.
What did I tell you
Well, how soon will you be here?
Well, I could be. I'm about 15 minutes. Well, I just got.
Let me ask you something.
I'm in bed. I just got out of bed.
You want to make a drop-off point or something?
Yeah. Where do you
make a drop-off point?
Should we send Gary?
How am I going to get the money?
That's what I'm saying. I'll at the drop-off point. I'll leave the money. You leave the puppet.
All right.
Gary can't handle this.
Gary's too stupid to handle it.
Yeah, he'll lose the money and the puppet.
Exactly. Let Gary do it.
I'll send Gary with Ronnie. The exchange will happen.
You know what's good? It's like Jack and the Beanstalk. I'll come back without the puppet and without the 2,000.
That's what I'm saying. Gary will get ripped off twice.
Go to Scores.
Tom is unbelievable.
Right, so where do you want to do the check?
You can't believe Gary's stupidity, right?
No, I can't believe we lost the Gary puppet.
That's a big star. Not only is he a television star, but he's a radio star.
How important that was to the show?
I heard there was a rumor.
Look at Tom looking at Gary.
He can't believe it.
That's priceless.
No, not at all.
I can't wait for his next negotiation. He's going to remember this.
What is it, Ralph?
Gary's trying to get more money.
For 2,000, I'll make a new one.
Exactly. No, but the point is, I want it back today. I got to wait 4 weeks.
No, I can.
You want the Gary puppet living with this guy? Does anybody here care about the Gary puppet?
I don't care about the puppet.
And you want him running around with the original, and then he'll do something with it.
He will have it at card shows, and he'll be making money.
But of course, if it keeps turning up, people will report him. I mean, the guy stole it. It's a felony.
The original back. I can't believe that can be duplicated. It's too great.
That's what I mean.
You guys
you know what it's like?
You guys
remember I had the 000s make that song for me, HOWARD, and then they made a second. They tried to improve it. But I like the original.
Didn't you say you wanted a tongue on it and a couple other modifications?
Even if we get a new one, we need the original for the archives
to show the evolution of Gary.
That's
I understand. Well, we've got video.
And then I got to wait a month for the damn puppet. You don't believe this.
I know. Tom's having a ball.
Where's the puppet right now?
All-time best screw up.
Is the puppet okay?
Yeah, it's in my bed. Right?
You haven't broken it in any way.
Let me talk to him.
The puppet's very fragile.
Let me talk to him for a minute.
Hey, Howard, what are you doing?
Gary puppet, you okay?
Fine.
The guy's feeding you?
Yeah, really well.
He's feeding you all right?
Okay?
Yeah, great.
I am licking my lips like a madman.
Didn't I tell you last week how Gary delegates everything?
Yeah. Well, this is another example. I don't know what to do about this. What should I do? You're a management guy.
I think maybe we should go after this guy.
Yeah, but what about him?
What about us getting the puppet back?
I think the key is to get the puppet back first and then to deal with me later. Seriously, why get me now? We got to get the puppet back.
No, but it seems trivial. But if you entrusted Gary with something very important, and then he didn't come through, what do you do to punish him?
Yeah, it would depend on what it was.
You fired people for less, right?
Now, Howard, wait a second. We should remember that now I know it's your property.
I finally have a reason to fire him.
Wait a minute, what is Tom saying? You don't fire somebody for losing
station property?
I would say it would depend on what they did.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
If you told the person to watch the puppet and keep it in his hands the entire weekend.
If you take it, you're responsible
Didn't I say that to you?
Wait a second.
I heard it.
Yes, of course you did. I can give you an example. Somebody once almost ruined the board, which is very expensive.
Yeah.
And Tom did not fire that person.
Who was that person?
I don't want to say because it's not fair.
He got fired the next week.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. I bet you they're not here
Tom
anymore.
was very upset. So upset that we heard that he wanted to fire the person, but he didn't.
I was here until 3 o'clock.
What happened? They spilled something on it?
They spilled 10K. It's like that running drink.
Oh, big deal.
It's like Gatorade.
That's good for it.
You should see the smoke coming out of the board.
But the guy didn't do it on purpose. I told you to keep your hand on that puppet.
I didn't do it on purpose.
It's a form. You know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's psychological with you. You hate the Gary puppet.
I don't hate the Gary puppet.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You hate him, and you took him, and I consider you an accessory to a kidnapping.
Hold on a second. Howard, let me explain.
It's not like on a conscious level.
Hold on.
That puppet irks you because it makes fun of you.
Can I say something?
It does.
Howard,
what do you think? So why does he leave the puppet? If it was his wife's engagement ring, he wouldn't have left it behind the counter.
Howard, listen to me.
Do you agree with that?
I agree with that.
Howard, listen to me.
The puppet was
Who had the puppet for a year? For 6 months? Who had it?
Who had the puppet?
Yes, who had it?
Kevin.
No, who had it for 6 months after Kevin?
I don't know. Who did?
I did.
Yeah, but then they didn't make fun of you.
Who told you the puppet existed? Who offered to bring it in? Of course I knew you guys were going to make fun of me with the puppet. One day Howard said, this is exactly how it went.
I don't think you realize how long it would last and how big a star.
Howard said
the Gary puppet eclipsed you in fame. The Gary puppet is more popular and a better producer than you.
He's not getting paid for appearances. He can do whatever he wants. Listen, Howard said, I'd love to
Why did you have to bring him? When they hired you,
Howard said, I'd love to bring a puppet on the show. And I said, you know what, Howard? There's a puppet of me at home from the channel.
Yeah, and why didn't you tell me?
I'll bring it in.
And why didn't you tell me about the puppet 6 months ago?
Because I didn't know you'd be interested in it.
Oh, I wouldn't be interested in my own puppet. My property that you
were you doing
housing.
holding on to it?
What were you holding on to my puppet for?
I
want to know that you have my puppet. I want to know that was my puppet. Why did you have it for 6 months? Because it is mine. I came up with the concept and had it made.
Just because it cut your face doesn't make it yours.
Not your puppet. It was not your puppet.
It wasn't anybody's puppet.
I should have known 6 months ago.
It's not my puppet and it's not your puppet.
And now I'm negotiating with a kidnapper.
You know what? You're right. It's not our puppet. It's that guy's puppet on the phone.
And why wasn't I told about the Gary puppet being missing immediately? I would have called the police immediately.
Well, I wanted to wait till Monday. I had the flight number.
You? It's my property.
So let the trail get cold. That's the typical Gary.
There was no trail to get
I want to make sure the trail gets cold. And the Gary puppet could have been here right now, safe and sound.
How?
Sure, it could be. Because the cops could have tracked him down over the weekend.
You had a license number.
Yes, I did.
Oh, yes, I did.
You've mishandled this entire thing. This entire episode.
This is worse than your 911 call.
Hey, Gary, did they get a description of the car?
Yes, they did.
What kind of car was it?
I am not going to say to you.
Big.
It's a big car, Wolf.
Big.
I have the eyewitness. But
why wouldn't you call me and tell me?
Because this is Gary.
And why 6 months ago didn't he tell me he had the Gary puppet?
Why would I call you?
Because it is my puppet. It is my puppet.
Why would I call you on Sunday to tell you about it? What could you have done?
If you told me you had a license, I would have said, give me the number, I'll call the police and have them track it down. Now the trail is cold.
Gary doesn't know what you do with the license
could be in
number.
Iowa now.
Yeah, the puppet could be in another state.
Oh, no.
What would you do with the license number, Wolf?
Well, how could you get the puppet back over the weekend? The cops don't work on the weekend.
It's as bad as I thought it would be.
The cops go to the beach.
This is as bad as I thought it would be.
Oh, the cops open on Sunday, Wolf?
Wolf, wait a second. I should call the cops now?
Well, why don't we get this back?
It's a weekend.
Why don't we finish this negotiation and let's get it back?
Look what the position you put me in. Number one, you betrayed my trust.
Howard, why don't we get the puppet back now? And then we'll yell about it later.
You hate the Gary puppet.
I don't hate the Gary puppet. I love the Gary puppet.
You lost it and you didn't even call anybody.
I see made-for-TV movies.
I say you intentionally took the Gary puppet to your appearance hoping someone would steal it. Why else would you leave it?
Not true.
And you know that I'm too nice a guy to fire you.
In fact, I was thinking to myself in the middle of the appearance that this is the last time I'm ever going to bring the puppet out because it's too fragile to make appearances.
Oh, boy.
You know, I wouldn't mind if Gary had a special puppet made for appearances and out of his own money. But don't take my puppet that has become a bigger star than you, and certainly a bigger star than Fred himself, and finally gave Fred something to do on the show.
Maybe as big a star.
Now Fred has nothing to do.
I wouldn't say bigger. Maybe as big.
Now Fred has to sit around worthless.
Fred is useless again.
Fred, are you all right over there? I know you worked in Gary Puppet. You're pretty close to it.
His hand is lovely.
Pretend he's here.
I can't even make jokes about it.
Are you serious?
He's hurt. I was surprised. He's been quiet.
I didn't even want the E-guys taking that thing because they were doing some stuff with it. And
right.
I told them to be careful.
Hey, he's got a slight crack on him.
Oh, man. What did you do?
You didn't crack him, did you?
It was already there. A little crack by the neck.
There was no crack.
No, there's a little hairline. I didn't do it. It was already there.
Were you beating the puppet?
Let's just get the puppet back already.
Howard, I was thinking, you got a large following. I could probably get a lot more for it than that, than 2,000.
Okay.
I could probably get about 5,000 for it. Now that I think
I'm not giving you 5,000.
I think I'm gonna have to keep it then. I think I could get at least 5,000. I had people offer me at least 2,000. That's why I said that.
Well, I think we'll just call the cops now.
All right.
Yeah. Now that it's 3 days later. When did you
Now you're going to have to run with the Gary
car's going
puppet.
somewhere?
I don't know.
You think
He'll run away now.
So let him run away. We'll call the cops.
Yeah, the cops.
We'll put out an AP bid.
That's going to be great when you call the cops. Cops don't have anything better to do than go chase a puppet.
What are you going to say? I lost my puppet.
Well, luckily we have police. Wait a second. We've been very nice to the police over the years, and they're fans of the show, and they understand the gravity of the situation.
Gary, you don't understand gravity.
I don't need to.
How are you going to explain it to the cops? I know the apple hit me in the head when I sat under the tree.
When I pick up my foot, it touches the ground again.
Tom, here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm asking you as my manager, my general manager. When an employee takes something and maliciously loses it because I have given him
malicious is in dispute.
He held on to the puppet for 6 months, never told me about it.
Well, see, I would say if there was intent, then that would, but I don't think there was intent here.
Gary doesn't intend to do anything.
No, I don't think Gary intended to lose the puppet.
How could you not call the cops? How could you not call and tell me that my puppet's
You should have called
gone?
Howard immediately.
I wanted to wait. I was afraid to call Howard.
Did you call anyone?
Did I call anyone?
No.
No.
You didn't call the puppet police?
No, I didn't call the puppet police.
Tom, they're funny.
I'm sorry.
Puppet police.
If anything happens to that Gary puppet, I want it back, sir.
Well, you willing to pay the $5,000?
Come on, be reasonable.
No. That's not reasonable.
That's the
now you're being
the original puppet.
Come on, you're a fan of the show.
That's like the original Charlie McCarthy doll.
What's he going to do with it?
He's going to sell it to somebody else?
People love that puppet. You should see the reaction I get. They didn't believe me actually it was the real puppet. Now they're going to believe me, which gives it a lot more, makes it look legit now.
How about $2,000 and 10 autographed private parts?
Yeah.
No, I already got the book.
No, but they're autographed. They're worth like $500,000.
And I'll throw in the new paperback.
Yeah?
With 64 new pages.
Well,
autographed.
I don't know. I got to think about it.
That's worth way more than a puppet.
Maybe I'll have to call you back. I don't know.
He's shaking me down. This is like Jackie in a negotiation.
We're going to get the police in here.
You want plugs?
You want plugs? I'll give you a plug every day on the show for appearances. You know what those are worth? Thousands of dollars each plug.
I have to see every plug.
And Robin will sleep with you.
Please.
I'll do it for free then.
Robin, bail me out.
Please, I didn't lose any.
It'll be good for you. It'll be good for him.
Gary, do me a favor.
What's that?
Take this guy off the air and you'll try and arrange a drop-off point and negotiate a price. Pay what's reasonable.
And get the puppet back today.
You got a number?
What's that?
Do you have a number? What did you write down?
Nothing. I just wrote something down to remind me to do something.
Yeah, to negotiate for the puppet.
Does everyone believe that this guy actually has the puppet?
He sounds like it. He knew where, above the door, he knew what the puppet was wearing.
What's it got by its neck?
What's that?
What's it got by its neck, right in front of the neck? What's it got?
I don't know what I don't know.
I'm against paying this guy anything personally.
I'll tell you everything about it. I even shook Gary's hand before I took it.
That was nice.
Wash. Guy's a crook.
He is. I say we don't pay. We kiss the Gary puppet goodbye. Hold on, okay?
Yep.
All right, I got to take a commercial break. I got to think this through.
All right.
Hold on.
You should put him on. Yeah.
Hold on.
All right.
I'm going to take a break. I want to talk to everyone about this. All right. We'll be back right after these words. We're in the middle of in case you're just tuning in, we're in the middle of a slight problem, and I really do want to resolve this one way or the other. I talked it over. We are not going to pay any ransom for the Gary puppet.
No. You're not?
Well, I don't know. The guy hung up, first of all. We can't get him back. That's number one. And there's a cop down here who says he's going to help us catch the thief.
Yeah, I saw a police officer outside.
We're going to try to trace the plate, which...
Good. You gave it to him and everything?
I'm going to give it to him right now. He just glanced at it briefly.
Yeah, well, don't say it over the air in case it's not.
And the witness guy is on the phone.
What witness?
The guy that saw everything.
Oh. Well, why don't we get the cop in here, too?
Okay.
While the witness... We're looking at a witness and a cop.
Yeah, you can take a report. It's a New York City police officer, though.
New York City police officer. Hey, officer, if you're a New York City officer, that means
the crime was committed in Jersey.
Crime was committed in Jersey. Do we have to contact the Jersey police?
It's got to be reported in Jersey, right?
It's got to be reported in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. You believe how stupid he is? In today's day and age, Gary is as stupid as a wall. This is what my point is. Forget about, officer, the fact that he's got to be a little street smart.
Forrest Gump laughs at Gary.
No, I understand that, but what you should have done is told this guy to come in and arrange a drop-off point.
And then we could have nailed him.
Well, we could have persuaded him to give it back to Gary.
He'll call back. Jay, we'll make our own puppet.
All right. Well,
Unfortunately, a bit of history for the show has been lost. But
all right. A little bit of show history is lost, that's all.
Well, we don't have,
all right, Gary, you'll talk to the officer after the show.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, officer.
All right. Thank you.
Gary, you idiot. The officer probably wants to say you're an idiot, but that's he can't
He's
say it.
too nice.
He's too nice a guy.
I know it's not much, but do you think seeing a couple of women nude would help a little bit?
I want you to repeat after me. That would help. Okay. Maybe you'll learn your lesson. I am more irresponsible than myself. I pulled a bigger boner than any porno star. I will never, ever, ever again take Wolfie's stuff and give it away again.
I will never, ever, ever again take Wolfie's stuff and give it away again. I didn't give it away. But
I will stop taking overdoses.
I will stop taking overdoses
of stupid pills and dumb capsules. I hope you learn.
Of stupid pills and dumb capsules.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe he did that. I mean, the very thing he was told not to do.
He lost my puppet.
Yeah. He was told to make sure that puppet came back in one piece.
When I heard his sweet little voice over the phone, it made me crazy.
He talked pretty well with a gag in his mouth.
He did. All right. Wouldn't be the first time you got fooled. Wouldn't be the last.
No.
You and Peter Jennings.
Right.
There are morons like this on both coasts.
Oh, well. No Gary puppet.
Gary had to take the Gary puppet on an appearance. I don't know.
Can I take the puppet on an appearance with me?
And you want to know something? My first reaction was no, and I said no. You know what it is? Everyone's going to think I'm a dick if I say no.
Right.
Everyone's going to be like, hey, Howard's a real dick. He's overprotective of the Gary puppet. I knew it. This is what I knew. When you asked me whether or not to bring the Gary puppet, I said to myself, something's telling me to say no, but I know, like Jackie Ryder would have been like, Howard's not a good guy, boy. What do you like, And, and I know Jackie would have been in there.
He'd been lobbying.
Well, thanks to you, Jackie, now I don't have the Gary puppet. Yeah, because Jackie gets like a little...
That's fair. That's fair.
Jackie, and I know, and Fred goes, hey, Howard, I'll tell you something. I am sick of it. I am no longer a nice guy on this show. If I feel the Gary puppet should be here, it's going to stay here.
Don't bust a vocal cord.
I wanted the Gary puppet here. All I said was keep it here. But I knew it. Gary would have been like, hey, man, he's such a dick.
What's the big deal?
He doesn't have to go out and make appearances for money. I do.
I have nothing to say. I'm not going to argue with you.
He'd have been in there grousing all the interns.
Not true.
Oh, yes, you would have. Because everyone here is a little buddy up against me. I don't have a producer. I need a producer who is on my side. Who isn't going around behind my back talking about what a dick I am.
I never do that.
I don't know.
I never do that.
What would you do if you were me? Hello?
Yeah, this gag was old 20 minutes ago.
What gag?
Let him off.
Get out of here. I wish it was a gag. What'd your wife tell you to do? Did you tell her?
Yeah, she told me to just come in and be honest and take my lumps.
She's used to you.
All right. I've got it out of my system. You're forgiven. Forget about it.
Okay, you don't want to talk to the other guy.
I'll talk to him. Yeah.
There's a private investigator here now.
Yeah, good.
Private investigator's here?
Yeah.
We're going to hire him.
They said he was across the street.
Hey, you know what? I don't even care. You know what the best way to handle this is not to care.
Yeah, because that's how the guy gets you.
I'm going to make a new puppet.
You care.
I got to remember the puppet's not real. It's not a person.
It's not a real person.
It's not a person.
Human life is worth more than a puppet.
You know what, though? I bet you'll get this new puppet made. You'll never use it.
Of course they'll use it.
You're right.
There'll be something different about it, and he won't use it.
There'll be a sore spot then.
Keep the private investigator around. I'm going to hire him to find Gary's brain. All right? Just in case. In case I need him just to do that. My poor puppet. My beautiful, beautiful Gary puppet. Who I loved more than Gary. If I was on a boat with the Gary puppet and Gary, I would push Gary overboard.
Well, you know what it was? The puppet had sweeter breath.
Yeah. Puppet never gave me any love.
I'm not. My life isn't even worth $600 to you.
No, Not compared to that puppet. That puppet was huge. You know that puppet was going to host Talk Soup?
I heard.
I had a gig arranged for him. You talk about your stupid appearance.
Yeah, and what do you do now? Well, you get the replacement, but it's not going to be the real.
No, but the puppet, the puppet is the Talk Soup gig is before 4 weeks.
Well, so the Talk Soup's going to be on forever.
No, but Greg Kinnear is only on vacation for a week.
We'll go on vacation again.
Oh, great.
See,
I'll wait
this
2
is
years.
Gary's way of thinking about life. Well, there's another time.
There'll be another opportunity.
Well, Robin, what is there to do?
What is there to do?
Yes, what would you like me to do?
Think before you lose. That's what she'd like you to do. All right, I'll talk to this guy on the phone in a minute. Let me take a short break, and then we're gonna be done with this. And this way, no.
Just never bring it up again.
Right, and then I'll bring the naked girls in for you.
Now, if you say you don't want to see naked girls, I'll know you're really upset.
You know you want.
I want to see the naked girl. I'm not that upset. I wish I had a real producer so he could advise me what to do.
Well, you wouldn't have a problem
what do you need to
if
know?
You had a real producer.
What to do in this situation.
Well, as your producer, I think that you should...
Yeah, but you're not a real producer. I need a real producer.
You're a problem. Is what
you're my problem. You're a nuisance. I'm going to hire Rip Torn to be the producer of this show.
Amazing.
Artie.
Oh, that one.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I will put this to rest. We'll have naked women in here. It's going to be a lot of excitement. And we'll talk to this witness, and we'll see what we can get out of him.
All right. Hi, this is Bob Eubanks, and you're listening to Howard Stern. Of course you're listening to Howard Stern, doesn't everybody?
Jackie Jokeman Martling to order Jackie's 78-minute CD or cassette, only $10 plus free shipping and handling. Price includes 20-page Jokeland catalog. Call 1-800-323-5464. What music is this?
I'm not sure.
That's pretty good. What was that?
I think Ralph knows what that is. We tried that once before.
This Thursday, one big show at Rascals in West Orange, New Jersey, with Jake Thomas on keyboards. Oh, Jake's going to be there. For information and raunchy jokes, call 516-922-WINE. All right, let's finalize this discussion. Where were you appearing?
You want the name?
Yeah.
A place called Film and Music in Little Falls, New Jersey.
And they do car stereos?
Everything. They sell home systems, car stereos, laser discs, the whole deal.
And we have the witness on the phone.
Yeah, we also have the manager of the place on the phone.
Yeah, the manager of the place, if you want to...
I'll put both guys on.
The manager of the place is good because he could just tell you how upset I was and how I cursed at everyone in the store.
Hello?
Hello? Howard?
Is this the witness or the manager?
This is the owner.
Oh, the owner?
Yeah.
This is Nick?
This is me.
So you saw everything that happened?
Well,
you were the guy who brought Gary out to the car when the Gary puppet was stolen?
That's correct.
Why did you need him to see your car so bad?
Well, we brought him outside so he could demonstrate the mini disc, which is why I was there.
And why did you suggest that he leave the puppet there, or he just did it on his own?
No, the puppet was sitting behind the counter in the middle of the store.
I had said there was a woman working in the store with 3 sisters, and I said, would you please keep an eye on the puppet? She said yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, you really shouldn't have left it. You shouldn't have left it up to them. And what did they say?
I asked them. We did have a lot of people in the store, and we were trying to sell our audio and video equipment, and somebody took their eyes off the puppet, not realizing.
Was Gary freaking out at least?
Excuse me?
Was Gary freaking out at least?
You could say that. He was very visually upset. It did bring it down a little bit, but...
But that was like a funeral after that. The store was full, and then everyone just stood around looking at me, the world's biggest idiot.
Well, then you did a good appearance.
At least there's something to talk about.
Something for
I'm telling you, it happened at about... The appearance was from 3 to 5. It happened at about 4:30, 4:35. Yeah. I went back into the store, and everybody was standing around looking at me, and then some guy goes, man, it's like a funeral in here.
Because you were so upset about the puppet?
Yeah. And
but you still had to stay there and...
Oh, yeah. I had to do the final drawing for Eagles tickets. Stay till 5 o'clock.
Yeah, he was not too happy towards the end.
Were people asking for the Gary puppet?
Yeah, well...
one guy came in. Well, certainly if you get a hold of listeners to put out the call, if you want for the E-show, I know for a fact that there's some very good videotape of me flipping out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Because a guy, right after the whole thing happened, a guy came in who had a camera, and he goes, hey, where's the puppet?
You lost it.
I want to see that tape. If that guy's out there, I want to see that tape.
Howard.
I need to see that. I want to know at least you suffered.
I did.
Yeah.
During the appearance, I heard people in the audience going, man, we should steal the puppet, we should steal the puppet, which should have alerted me to the fact that there is some value to this puppet.
And we should not let it out of the building.
Yeah.
The puppet's really popular.
It was pretty popular.
It's like Charlie McCarthy getting lifted.
And,
or Howdy Doody.
Or Howdy Doody. Did you call the police?
I offered to call the police. I asked Gary, let's call the police. If there's a value to this, let's call the police.
Why didn't you call the police? I was so upset, and I started yelling, and I said, this is ridiculous. The cops don't care about a puppet. They have more important things to do.
Yeah, but it's a theft.
Right, and you could still report it. It wasn't going to be any different. I mean, the cops...
Just like shoplifting.
Right.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you report it? I don't get you.
You can report it at any time. There was nothing they could have done.
You found the person right away.
How? Because you could have had it here, and I wouldn't have even known about it.
Yeah.
I don't understand you. Because maybe now he has the puppet. It's all broken up or something.
I did not think that calling the police was going to do anything. It sounded stupid at the time.
Why don't you just stop it? I did not think.
Right. What is it, John?
I got to be honest. Gary thinks that you're acting and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, he still thinks that.
Think what you want. I don't have the puppet. Think what you want, my friend.
Okay.
He made a point of telling me, too, if this is part of a big gag, he was not going to be very amused with me.
I did say that.
Well, are you willing to swear that you are not part of any gag?
Well, you know what, Howard, here's the weird part. Now, here's a guy that's got this big audio store, right?
Right.
In his stock room are, video VCRs and Laserdisc players stocked to the ceiling.
Yeah.
The back door of his place is open, and anybody could walk in and out. A guy with all that electronic equipment doesn't think to keep that door locked.
Oh, so you're blaming him for the gag?
No, I'm just saying.
I don't know how he runs his store.
He did mention that at the store, Howard. He was asking me to visually give him an inspection of the place and how this could possibly have been done.
So he's accusing you of doing it?
No, I'm not accusing him at all.
He wasn't accusing me, but he was probably trying to make me feel a little
No, I was just trying to figure out if this were a practical joke. In other words, how does a guy leave his back door open with all electronic equipment and a store full of people, a busy day? How does that happen?
None of that was stolen.
Exactly.
Except for the Gary puppet.
Stolen. Yeah, I'm surprised because there are things of more value than $600, and I was pretty shocked myself that somebody would really want to take that puppet.
All right. Well, thanks for calling.
All right.
Was Gary crying?
He was very upset.
I was not crying. I was yelling. I said the F word a lot.
He was down. He was really down.
Well, at least he was upset, because he sure doesn't seem upset to me now. Thank you.
Well, you could see the tape of it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Why didn't you get that tape? He didn't even think to do that.
Yeah, why don't you get the videotape?
Because I was distraught. Shut up.
Please.
Why didn't you get the videotape? You have the tape, sir?
He doesn't have the tape.
You have the tape?
Well, there was people from Sony there that videotaped also. So.
Can I have that tape by this afternoon?
We could probably get it to you, yes.
Thank you. What's the name of your store?
Film and Music. I'm on Route 46, and other than this event, there is good security in the store. So.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, I'm going to put this to rest now. The Gary puppet is officially gone.
So you don't want to talk to the witness anymore?
Hold on a second. Someone's here.
Knock, knock.
Hey, look, it's the Gary puppet.
Give us $2,000, Gary.
Hold on.
Yeah, I saw you writing that down.
718.
I said it's a joke.
718. I know you set me up.
No, you didn't know anything. The Gary puppet, is there something you want to say?
Yeah, take the $1,500 and buy yourself a friggin' brain.
There he is, Gary puppet. You think I'd be stupid enough to let that puppet out of my sight with you?
Yeah. We knew you'd lose it.
Can you just give me a rough estimate of the scope of how far this goes?
We were plotting the stealing of the Gary puppet for 3 weeks.
Right. But could you tell
Was it over 3 weeks? 3 weeks, I would say.
About 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks.
I mean,
we plotted it, but we thought it was going to be that weekend, the appearance. We didn't realize it was so far away.
Okay, let me put a few
This is what happened. Gary came in about 3 weeks ago and asked me if he could bring the Gary puppet. And I did say to him,
How he was calling me all weekend freaking out.
Did you know?
I stole it.
Stole it. John stole it.
You didn't even know John stole it.
And he kept calling John, which is funny. And John and I were on the phone all weekend.
Laughing our heads off.
Yeah.
You didn't tape any of
John and I had the funniest phone call all weekend.
You didn't tape
You should
any
have
of that
taped Gary
stuff?
freaking out.
Yeah, well, I left two messages on his machine. One of them was, John, you got to
One of
call
them I
me
still
through.
have.
It's really important.
Well, anyway, listen to this.
Oh, man.
So John calls me at night, and he goes, we got the Gary puppet. I go, you know what you got to do? You got to tell your friend just to drop off a shoe. I'm like, like leave it in the garbage.
Right, for real.
Yeah, cut
What's
off a
funny,
finger.
the shoe kept falling off.
Yeah, so anyway, what happened was like 3 weeks ago, Gary came to me and said he wants to take the Gary puppet too. And I really did say to him, this was before we started plotting it, I just said, don't lose the stupid
That's
puppet.
right. You can take it, but you have to take
Because we love
care
the
of it.
damn thing. I said, I don't care if you take it as long as you're responsible for it. So, of course, Everyone starts going after that
lecture. He did a real good job of keeping an eye on me, too.
John, is this your license plate? Was it your car?
It was my assistant's car.
Is that the plate?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't even think you had the right.
Actually, I'll admit now that I called it into a friend of mine who's a cop, and it came back that it was the wrong plate.
You know what? I had a sneaking suspicion that Gary didn't have a license plate.
So I did know I had a plate. And I did call it in, but I wasn't going to tell anybody.
It was a dinner
plate. Okay, who was the guy on the phone?
Dinner plate.
That's John's friend.
The guy on the phone is the actual guy who took it. He's a friend of my assistant's, and his name is Paul Lauer.
Right.
And he was great. He wanted to just grab it and run out of the store, but you know, he didn't care about getting beat up or anything. He just liked to do it.
Psycho friend. All right, let me tell you what happened.
So of course, you will say that you now have all that on videotape, right? Of course, you have somebody there videotape.
No. Do we have to? That guy does.
You didn't think of that? I thought for sure. When these two guys came in after it got
it wasn't really well thought out. In fact, most of us thought we wouldn't even be able to pull it off.
It appeared to be well thought out.
We thought you'd really watch the puppet.
Yeah, I was shocked that you pulled it off, because I figured Gary was smart enough to put 2 and 2 together, but I didn't realize.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Thank you, Gary Puppet.
He lost you anyway.
How are you feeling, Gary Puppet?
August Fool, Gary. You know, I would have been better off with a kidnapper than in John Smelly apartment, though.
Anyway,
I wouldn't. I still smelled it.
So anyway, here's the point. So afterwards, Gary leaves the room, and we decide, okay, we're going to steal the stupid Gary Puppet from the appearance. But we can't figure out how we're going to do it. I thought the guys were going to first steal it from the back office so Gary couldn't find it, but that wouldn't make sense. It had to be under Gary's care.
It had to be out there in the public.
In Gary's
and I said, there's no way that we're going to be able to get the puppet away from him. So we got the owner in cahoots.
Yeah.
And I said, all he's got to do is pull Gary away for 2 seconds.
I cannot believe I cannot believe that the owner of that store and everybody that worked in that store could watch me be as upset as I was, which is pretty upset, and leave me that way and not do anything about it.
The owner told me that at one point he was going to break down because Gary was almost crying. But
no, I said to the guy, I'll tell you when I got to the guy what some of the things that tipped me off a little bit.
Right.
Of course, you never know at the last minute. One of the things that tipped me off was I was so upset.
Now that's entertainment, watching Gary get upset.
I turned around.
Hey, if anyone, do they have a videotape of it?
I don't know. Somebody shot some videotape.
Please, if you have a videotape, I need it for tonight's TV show.
I genuinely thought you sent those guys in when I was trying to piece this together.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought you sent those guys in to tape me being upset so you'd have it for the E-show.
No, we weren't that smart about it.
But at one point, I was in there with the 2 owners, and I just said to them, I said, well, thanks a lot. I go, now the whole world will know that I'm the biggest a-hole in the world. I go, everybody already thinks I'm a moron. Now you guys have helped me prove it.
Right.
And then they go... They don't even know me, and they go, no, Gary, everybody knows you're a smart guy, you know? I said, wait, these guys are being too nice.
So anyway, Gary got really upset and everything, but what we did is we contacted John's friends and stuff. I guess, they knew what to do. And the owner took Gary away for a second.
Into his car.
Yeah.
Turned the sound up as loud as it would go.
Yeah, and the guy stole the puppet and drove off.
I was in the car, too, but I had my head down.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So then that night, John calls me to tell me that, I said, look, you got the puppet now. You pulled it off. I said, gee, this is the cruelest thing we've ever done.
Yeah.
Maybe we should call Gary and just tell him.
Let him off the hook?
And John and I decided, no way. What were the odds of us pulling this thing off?
I think you couldn't ruin this for me on Monday.
You guys are jerks and it's cruel, but once
Did you think the puppet had really been stolen?
No, I was in there when you guys started plotting.
All right, I didn't know.
But even I have to
at this point, I didn't even know who was in on it.
Even I have to say that once you stole the puppet, you'd have been crazy to tell me.
Right. So anyway.
But Gary, I'll be honest with you, Howard. When I spoke to Gary last night, because Gary called me a couple of times.
Yeah.
And then I called you and said, should I call him back? Because I normally would. So I called him back. You were really upset, and you were totally buying it. You're like, John, man, what am I going to do?
I have no weekends left as it is, and this one was completely...
Oh, I said, John, this is really cool. I mean, it's the guy's weekend, and he's bumming the whole weekend.
Yeah.
He can't even call me.
Right.
I would.
Did you ever...
Were you waiting for a call from me?
Yeah, John and I discussed. John called, and he says, what do I do if Gary calls me? I said, look, here's the thing. If he calls you, ignore the phone calls and call me and tell me that he called you. So Gary put in 2 calls to John.
Yeah.
One Saturday. I called him Saturday night at 6 o'clock since I got home.
I said, John, make sure you tell Gary not to bother me because I'll blow my stack. Yeah, I didn't want any calls from Gary. And then John...
So you could have just not picked up the phone.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked up.
That's what you said.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked up.
That's what you said. You said if he calls, you wouldn't pick up.
Yeah, right. John, on the other hand, I said, it's going to look weird if you don't call him back because you would always call back Gary. Call him back and just say, oh, my God. Just freak out. And say, oh, man.
Yeah.
I kept saying, it's probably a scam, guy,
Now, what time was the puppet here this morning? Was it here like first thing this morning?
I had that. Well, God, that's why I came in late today.
Because one of my things was I was going to search the office.
No, believe
looking
me.
for the puppet.
You wouldn't
have found the puppet.
It was out in the car out on Madison Avenue.
Yeah, the puppet was hanging out in the car. Puppet had a better weekend than you did.
Did Kathy know about this?
No.
Probably not.
Because I called her and grilled her, too.
I think you would, and I was going to call Kathy, but I said, you know what, they don't know, so they'll act.
Well, I thought Kathy would have to know because I thought, none of you guys would get around to calling the owner of the store and setting up the whole thing.
No, John took care of the whole thing.
John was right in there immediately to take over.
John took a lot of pleasure in stealing the Gary puppet.
You know, Howard said to me, and he never said this ever to me in my life, he goes, John, this is the meanest thing you have ever done in your life. And I really felt that bad.
Here's the key. Key question of the whole event.
Yeah.
Whose idea was it?
I don't know. It might have been. I think it was Martling. It might have been Martling.
I could hear the word.
I'll tell you what. It was so funny when he was in here before and he said, this is a scam. I can hear the words coming out of Jackie's mouth. I got an idea. Let's do it. It was like he quoted it.
Yeah, I know. Jackie goes, Jackie, I remember it exactly. Jackie stands up and he goes, hold it. And he slams the door shut.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You got to steal the Gary of that?
No, Jackie wanted to break it.
No, Gary, that was it. We wanted to make another. First it was more involved. We were going to get another one and smash it up.
Right, yeah. And then John immediately stepped in and said, I'll take care of the whole thing. I can get it stolen. I can do the whole thing.
I'll call my hoodlum friends and steal your puppet.
Right.
So you know what I did, Howard? I had my hoodlum friend go in, and then he brought the owner out, and the owner came up to my car, and I was hiding underneath the car, and the owner comes up, and he goes, okay, I'll do it. And the owner was like...
The owner was in on something.
Everybody loves the goof on Gary.
Well, let's thank the owner. Yeah, everyone loves goofing on Gary.
Give him a plug because I promised him.
All right, what is the name of the place?
Film and Music. It's on Route 46 in Little Falls, New Jersey.
Yeah, all right.
And the girl from Sony was like, we got to tell him he's so depressed he screwed up the whole appearance. And then I had my other friend girl just go in to see how things were working out at the end of the appearance.
Yeah.
And she went up to him and she got a picture sign, and then a guy behind her online goes, hey, Gal, where's the puppet? I want to take a picture. It's been stolen.
Now, if we had really been smart, we would have gone even further and somehow stolen it from John. John was in his glory.
Yes.
Believe me, I had that in mind. I thought I had that.
That's like the Sting. That's going way too far. I don't have the energy for that.
Again, I suspected that you guys had done this, but I was really under the impression that you were going to keep me. I said to Mary said, how long do you think they will go with this? And I said, Wednesday the earliest.
You know what? Jackie just came up with the ultimate, though.
Right.
Jackie said, we should have planned this and not told you.
Yeah.
So Gary
that's where we made the mistake.
Yeah, that would have been good.
And you really would have gone.
I would have gone ape.
Because my biggest regret was not taping our phone conversations, because me and I were like two little kids laughing.
I was laughing my ass off Saturday night. I was half asleep. I couldn't keep my eyes open Saturday. And he calls me and I go, what does he want? He goes, I just stole the Gary puppet. I said, tell your friend to call him as a ransom and tell him he has the puppet there and I would demand to speak to him.
The guy on the phone was really good.
Yeah,
yes, it was.
Hello, puppet. So that's why when the guy called, he had the puppet voice ready. Hi, this is Gary Puppet. I'm all right.
You know what the best moment of the whole thing is when that guy was on the phone and you said, what's on the shirt, and he read what was on the T-shirt. His face.
Gary's face sunk.
That was great.
Man, that was good. Let me see the shirt he's wearing.
Tatatuti.
Tatatuti. Hi, boss.
Gary was so upset he tried calling me, and I don't even have a phone.
Hey, Gary Puppet, it's good to have you back.
Well, you know what they say. Gary's mother is so strong.
Now, wait,
Howard.
She had to be to raise a dumbbell like him.
Now, wait a second. What were you guys going to do? One of the ideas I had was, how long were you going to wait me out?
Just today.
In other words, now I was going to say...
I said all week.
No, but I was going to say, but again, I made the mistake of telling John this because who knew he was stabbing me in the back.
Yeah, right.
One of my plans was to come in and wait for you to call for the Gary Puppet. Then I was going to say, I left him at home today. And I thought that would rattle you guys a little bit.
But
what would you have done?
But
I just would have said, okay.
Howard,
I would have been pissed off at you for leaving him at home.
But what really got Gary is because you did it excellent. Because in the morning, like you didn't bring it up. So about 6:45, guy comes to me and goes, John, I thought it was a goof, but now Howard hasn't mentioned it. I think I'm really freaking out.
I thought what you would do would be by like 6:30, you'd say, "Hey, where's the Gary Puppet?" And you didn't.
No, of course not, because you would expect that.
Right.
All I know is Howard. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, and it was like you're a little kid, and you wait until Christmas.
Yeah, right. You couldn't wait.
I couldn't sleep again.
You were so excited about the Gary Puppet.
I went to sleep at 11 o'clock on Saturday night because you know when your mind smokes so bad that you're exhausted?
Yeah.
I was really just so depressed and exhausted. I went to bed at 11, woke up at 6 in the morning.
Yeah. All nervous about the Gary Puppet.
All nervous about it the whole day. My parents came over. I told them about it. John called. My father wanted to know what John had to say because I thought John might have some clues. I got into bed last. I got into bed last night, and then
I hate to tell you this, but your wife was in on it.
She was not.
Yep.
No way.
The whole time.
Why would you put her in?
Because John was afraid that she was going to like convince you that not. No, she wasn't in it.
No way.
Howard, the best was when I spoke to Gary last night. Howard, when I spoke to Gary last night, after the whole conversation, I was trying to console him. I go, God, did I help you at all? He goes, not really, man.
No. Well, then, you know what the cruelest thing was? John calls me from like his girlfriend's house, and he's drunk out of his mind.
Yeah, and he's having a great weekend.
And then he goes like this. He goes, I've now lost the Gary puppet, right?
Right.
This is like major thing, you know. Right. So I go to this conversation with John. And
you should have taken these conversations.
And John had absolutely nothing.
I was at my girlfriend's father's house.
John had nothing to add, nothing to say, or anything. And then he goes, you know, man, I had one of the worst appearances I ever had this week. And I was like, I don't want to hear about your problem. This is my problem. Who cares what happened to you?
Typical.
You lost the Gary puppet.
I can't I'm in trouble.
Well, I hope this teaches you a lesson not to bring the Gary puppet with you.
I told you I'm never bringing it out again.
There you go. Gary
What
puppet.
did you mean it's too fragile?
It's people want to touch it and hold it, and I wouldn't let him. It's just too fragile to bring around.
Well, just let him smack you in the head.
That was Gary's one and only appearance.
Yeah, let the listeners just touch you. Never mind the Gary.
All the people that came to see Gary were all mad at him that the puppet wasn't there. Where's the puppet?
Want to meet the puppet?
No, it was really like 50 or 60 people standing around looking at me so sad, like, oh my God, Let
me ask this guy. He's a witness.
He's the guy that saw everything.
Hello?
Hey, John.
Howard.
Yeah, Howard.
Hey, you saw everything?
Yeah, I'm telling you. It was funny because the listeners were as upset as Gary. And I'm standing there thinking, how are they so stupid? I could see it. I walked around back, the four guys in the car. I can't believe I couldn't tell John.
I had my head down there.
Yeah, and then the guy just run out, handed him the puppet and said, here, have fun with it.
No, actually you're wrong, though. The owner did not bring it out.
I know. I didn't say the owner.
It was the guy. It was my friend who actually brought it out. It was legitimate robbery.
Yeah,
but the back door was left open for him.
No. I mean, he opened it. It wasn't like wide open or anything.
No, but I mean the back door. The owner left the back door for the guy to get out.
But wouldn't you assume that the guy was in the store? He was there for the appearance. He
just ran out the
puppet and runs out the back.
You can't get out the back door. It's got a deadbolt on it.
And
then of course then the other owner is running around, and there's these surveillance cameras all over the place. But of course they're not turned on during the day.
Yeah.
But
only at night.
But the owner played it great because Gary's like, how could you just my puppet's gone, and the owner's like, Gary, we get thousands of dollars of equipment stolen every day. You care about a stupid puppet.
My puppet's gone. My puppet's gone.
No, let me ask you.
My puppet.
Now one
My puppet is gone. Looks like me. My puppet is gone.
Now one last question.
Yeah.
What were you going to do? They kept offering to call the police. Did you have like fake police set up, or were you going to actually let me call the police?
I didn't care because it was my.
And you had the wrong license plate.
Yeah,
anyway.
I didn't think you had the right plate, and it was Melissa's car, and she wouldn't have cared. And you would have traced it to Dominic Belmont. You wouldn't have known who it was.
I would have called and threatened him. I would have said, I had a ton of ideas.
Yeah.
Had I got an address and a phone number. I mean,
yeah, but I didn't
if I would, when you trace a car, you don't get a phone number. You only get the address.
Right.
Believe me.
You would have
Sunday, my whole day would have been driving around New Jersey looking for this car.
I got to find the puppet.
But you know what? He wouldn't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. I didn't tell him, so he wouldn't have known.
Boy, this was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good scam.
The stealing of the Gary puppet. It's been going on for 3 weeks. Excellent, John.
And
Jackie, John, excellent.
You know what the funniest thing is hearing Gary call the police, I lost a puppet with big lips like mine.
Well, no, I really did I got so upset.
Yeah.
And everyone in the store is going, do you want to call the police? Do you want to call the police? And I kept going, no, but this is ridiculous. The puppet's gone. It's in a car. It's gone.
Right.
I said, you can't call
a picture of the puppet in the post office.
Right.
And I said, what are we going to do? I was puppet. And I said, what are we going to do? Put out an all puppets bulletin?
APB.
All puppets bulletin.
All right. Anyway, there it is. The caper that has unfolded in front of you. The stealing of the Gary puppet.
Gary puppet's back.
The Gary puppet is back.
You know what? I was 80% sure that you guys did it, but the other 20% ruined my life.
Right. Very good. And we'll be back right after these words with girls who very badly need to get undressed for us.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Anyway, I'm tracking down there's about 4 different people who videotaped Baba Booey while he was freaking out at the store when the Gary puppet was stolen, and they're going to provide us with tape, which is good. I'll put that on the E-Show tonight. Also, who's there? Also, I don't know. I was like freaking out because I knew Gary would be bumming all weekend, and I know I hate to be bummed out on the weekend. But I had, I couldn't break the news to him.
Oh, see, I thought you had a cruel streak in you. You're soft.
Well, I didn't call him, did I? So
I enjoy it when people are bummed out.
So I said to John, I said, gee, I hope he doesn't do anything drastic. John goes,
like what?
I said, maybe he'll be like hanging from a rope and telling Mary to kick the chair out from underneath him.
I walked in the door on Saturday night, and I just said, I hate those guys so much.
Right.
And Mary goes, what happened? I said, I'm pretty sure that they're behind this. I can't believe they could do this to me. And I was really bummed out. Especially I spent the whole weekend packing. You couldn't even leave the house and go do something fun to take your mind off it.
But this is what we do.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I don't expect any less from you.
Right.
I really don't. We're professional a-holes. That's what we do for a living.
Right.
You know,
we love you.
Spend all our time doing
Believe me,
we spend all our time thinking about you.
In 6 months, it'll be John, and in 6 months more, it'll be Jackie.
All I know is my father was over the house Sunday. I said, Dad, you got to hear what we did. This is the greatest thing in the world. My father goes, what'd you do now? I said, listen to this. We stole the Gary puppet. Gary took the Gary puppet to it, and we stole it. And he's freaking out. He goes, that's the greatest thing I've ever heard. My son.
I'm glad I could amuse Ben.
Yeah. Oh, I expect my father to go, oh, man, that's a terrible... He goes, that is the greatest... That's the greatest practical joke ever.
That's genius.
The Gary puppet. When I was a little kid and used to do stuff like that, my old man wanted to belt me. But now that I get paid for it, he's like into it.
I'm telling you, you could do a whole second show on TV just counting the times I licked my lips while I was in here. I know.
We could count it.
I didn't even try to stop doing it.
You know what I'll do right now? For the TV show, I'll just speed up the tape. And we'll count how many times your tongue licks your lips right now. We'll have like a little timer just belting out the bells every time you do it.
Ding.
That's it. 50,000 watts of fifth grade fun.
Are you ready for the naked girls?
Yeah, okay. All right.
Let's add some adult stuff to the show.
Yeah, let's get down to business. Now, what is going on? This is kind of interesting. First of all, the way this came about is a guy called us the other day, says he has 3 of his friends who want to get naked. 3 girls.
Well, what really happened was, this is the guy that wrote the O.J. song.
Oh. The McDonald's
right.
song?
But before he sent it to us, this guy's been trying to get on the show. He's had phony phone calls, and he's been trying to get on the show forever, and he figured out the only way he could get up here is to bring naked girls. So he called, like, his friend's sister. She said she would do it, then another friend, and then another friend, so now there's 3.
So these are like 3 regular girls.
So if you just start calling your friends, you'll probably find people who want to do
Yeah, right.
These girls they're very normal. They're definitely not strippers. They're very sweet. They're very nice girls.
Am I going to puke when they take their clothes off?
I mean, they're cute, but they're just nice girls. They're not,
they're not professional.
They're not slutty.
See, I like that better. You go see strippers anytime. You see regular girls take their clothes off. I'm anxious to meet the guy who wrote the old McDonald's song.
So I'm bringing everybody in.
Well, the song was going to get him in here.
Yeah.
He didn't realize he didn't have to work that hard.
Well, don't tell him that.
Take those girls home.
All right, anyway, the guy who wrote this song that has taken this audience by storm. I mean, we get more faxes about this song, about Old Black O.J.
Yeah.
Had a white wife. Looky here.
That's the E-I-E-I-O part.
To meet this dude. Hey, dude, that's you? Look, you never know what a guy does. Right. Hey, hi, girls. How you doing? Hey, you're cute. I don't blame you for taking off your clothes. No, I was talking to the guy.
Oh.
Hey, girls.
Hi.
Hey, regular girls.
Wait, I got shirts for you before we got...
Oh, you got Old Black O.J. shirts.
We had these made over the weekend.
Guilty written all across.
Looky here.
Now, how do you get all these nice-looking girls to hang around with
I'm
you?
actually married.
Oh, you're a married man.
Married man.
And how did you meet these girls?
Through a friend in work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I put the call out.
Hi, girls.
Hi.
Girls, you don't mind getting naked in front of guys?
No.
Is that right?
Have you done it before?
No, never.
You've never gotten naked? This will be the first time?
Well, the first time I'll get naked,
Cool.
Do you think this could start something? Be the start of something?
Hey, first of all, let's talk about the O.J. song so you girls can relax a little bit and get comfortable. You girls aren't drugged, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Is that microphone working? Which mic is that?
No.
Which one is that?
It's probably on the board next to Billy's. Kicking into B.
Check. There you go.
Okay. Anyway, so... This is a stroke of brilliance, this song. The audience is wild for it.
You've done this before?
I wrote a song about the Bella.
And they never get on the air.
And
yet,
one song stops them. If one song doesn't get on the air, they never write another one.
So really what you're saying is one should persevere. If they have a song in mind, not be intimidated by the fact that your first song got rejected by us.
That's right. I wrote it in 40 minutes in work.
Wow. You see, that's where genius comes from.
And usually the good ones do come that easily, Howard.
When you hear about the early Beatles songs, they wrote them in like 10 minutes. And then, as Paul McCartney Now it takes hours to come up with a song, and of course, look at them. They're a mess. Should I play your song just so everyone knows what we're talking about?
I wanted to sing it.
You would like to sing it live?
I brought the music. It's actually a karaoke tape. If you got to cue it up.
Karaoke, you mean?
Whatever. What is it? What's
karaoke?
Karaoke.
That thing where you
a karaoke.
Karaoke.
Karaoke. All right.
Dude.
Looky here.
How old are you, man?
28.
Are you 28?
Yeah.
Hey, you look like a young guy. Any of you girls attracted to this guy, or is that not happening?
No. I'm married. You see this ring right here?
Oh, okay.
My wife is in the car right now. She's probably like waiting to kill me.
Why? Why would she want to kill you?
Very
you brought
uncomfortable
3
with
girls
this,
down here?
Very uncomfortable with this situation.
Now, how long have you been a racist?
No! I'm really not.
You're really not?
Nah,
No.
I pretty much like everybody.
I see. All right. Well, anyway, the song is. We'll have you do the song live.
You're going to do it live. I'm very
Well, what I want to tell Fred, I guess he runs all that. If you put the song on, if you kill the right channel, it kills the words, and you just have the music.
I think you'll be handling that,
on
won't
the
you?
karaoke tape.
We'll handle it.
Scott's coming in to handle it. Scott's queuing it up.
I have the original score right here.
All right. Well, you'll get to sing in a minute. Let me talk to the girls first. Girls, now, how old are we?
I'm 21.
21.
23.
23.
20.
And what do you girls do for a living?
What kind of insurance company?
You work for an insurance company, so you never get to do anything wild. That's what's going on here.
You're all bottled up, aren't you? You're pent up.
Now, who got the call from our young friend here who said, I need you to get naked?
I did.
How did this happen? Are you freezing on air?
Just tell us the story.
Hey, calm down. Don't be nervous. We're just jerks.
You're just talking to us. There's nobody else listening.
Danny knows a friend of my brother, and he called him and he said, "Do you know girls that want to come?" I said, "I'll find you some."
Really?
And you wanted to come.
Well, I wanted. They wouldn't come unless I came, so that's why I'm here.
Man, I can't wait to see you guys naked. It's going to be great. Are you kidding? This is going to be unbelievable.
I actually called one day, and Rich was like, "Are you willing to get naked?" He asked me if I was going to get naked. I said, "Well, whatever it takes."
Gay Rich ruining the phones.
Yeah, right.
Trying to get guys naked.
Yeah, right.
Gay Rich wants you naked in the office.
Well, Gay Rich is out of here now because he was ruining the phones. He's like, so will you get naked? You're a guy. Yeah, we don't want to see guys naked. We just want to see girls.
But I'm just wondering now, you then called these 2 girls. Why did they want to get naked?
I volunteered as soon as I heard about it.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why they want to get naked.
Okay.
And girls, tell me if I'm right.
Okay.
You go through your whole... Here you are young, you got great bodies, and the whole thing is, you never get to do anything wild. You never really get to do anything wild. For the rest of your life, you'll be able to say, I did something wild that was completely on the edge. Am I correct?
Is that what it is?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's something I'll never forget. So.
Something you'll never forget. Something you can always look back on and say, I can't believe I did that. That was the greatest thing I ever did.
So I got to get this in my head. You heard about it. You said, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You didn't put much thought into it.
No.
Right. You're smart.
But now
You're smart.
It's like,
I wouldn't put much thought into it either. I take my clothes off at a moment's notice.
I had no time to
Scott, hook up the song. I can't wait to hear Looky, Looky Here, Old Black OJ.
The right channel has to be turned down.
Yes.
Have you done that already?
Not yet.
Not yet.
The girls are giving each other signals. What's that all about?
What is it, girls?
Nothing.
Now, what are your first names? Can I know your names?
I'm Amy.
Amy. And you?
Sue.
Sue?
Becky.
Becky.
Are
Amy,
you all
Sue, and Becky.
good friends?
Nobody asked me my name.
Who cares what your name is?
Together.
Are you good Christian girls?
Absolutely.
Are you really good? That's what I like.
All right. Then you're going to have to go to confession and confess this, huh?
What's another wild thing you've done? Have you done anything else that's wild?
No.
Girls have had pretty wild sex. I bet you haven't even had wild sex yet, right?
Well, no.
Have you? No?
Any of you got boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Engaged.
Sue's engaged.
You're engaged?
Yeah.
And does he know you're doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, and
He
he's
probably
all
likes
right.
it. He likes it, right?
I don't know if he likes it, but...
It's tough on him.
That's right.
Any of you girls ever use the third input? The rudest kind of sex there is? Any girls have used that?
I can honestly say no.
No? You're still young.
That's like wine, Howard. It's an acquired taste. You don't get it young.
All right. Thank you, Gary. Was that the Gary puppet or Gary?
You just don't find young women who like that.
Right.
What kind of wine do you drink?
We got that queued up, Scott?
It's on cassette. Now, Howard.
Wait, do you have the exact song? That's like right in the middle of the tape, too.
It's right there.
Did you cue it up?
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
This is a professional organization.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Now, we could have the guy sing the songs and the girls strip, or you could have the girls strip to the song.
Now, why don't the girls take the clothes off first? Well, let's see them naked, and then have the song.
Okay.
All right.
All right, that'll be good.
You
All
want
right,
naked
girls.
go-go girls?
Yeah. All right, girls, can I see you naked now? Do you guys want to take your clothes off together?
Yeah.
All right, just get it over with. Let's just see and let me look you over.
I'm not doing it.
What happened?
I told him ahead of time I wasn't doing it. I brought these 2 for him. Sorry.
All right, 2 out of 3. All right, 2 out of 3 is cool. Okay, who cares?
All right, we have to do it together.
All right, come on, do it together. Here we go. Oh, the one who's engaged isn't doing it.
Well,
She shouldn't be allowed in.
I heard them whispering about something.
What happened to the engaged girl?
Go ahead.
What?
Don't.
What?
I thought you said something.
No, I don't care.
They wouldn't come unless I came. That's so.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't care. If someone gets naked, I don't give a damn. As long as it's not the guy. Go ahead, girls. Let me check out what's going on here.
Getting there. I just got these good nails. You're not going to do it. Great.
You got the nails put on especially for the show? Smart.
Kind of like you were going to be looking at her nails.
Oh, girls, you are so new. Wow, what a chest on you. Excellent.
I got to tell my wife I'm not looking.
Right. Sure.
You get that. Girls, go ahead. Let me see. What else you got? You girls get naked at Woodstock or anything?
No.
No?
I didn't go. So.
Did you guys ever go to a strip club or anything and get naked?
No.
Huh?
I never anything.
This is like the wildest thing you've ever done, isn't it? All right, go ahead. Keep going.
It's out of control.
You have a birthmark? Let me see that. That's all right. Don't worry about it. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at your bra.
All right.
All right, girls, go ahead. When I say 3.
You're going to count them down?
Hey, look at the Gary dummy. He's aroused. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3, go. It's like jumping in a pool. Do it. Yeah, that's it, girls. How do you feel now? Do you feel free?
Stupid.
What are you, about a D cup?
A D, yes.
Now, your name is Sue?
No, Amy.
Amy, you're a D cup, right? Wow, those are big.
Look at Robin.
I can't believe it.
Really doing it.
And what about Becky? You're Becky, right?
Yep.
What are you, about a C?
Yep.
I can tell exactly.
You're so good at this.
Have you girls ever Bronsky the puppet?
Oh, shut up, Gary Puppet.
Guess their weight.
Wait, oh my God.
I'll guess you wait. I'd say, no, you're Sue, right? No, you're Amy. Amy's about, I don't know your names, I just know your bodies. Amy, how tall are you?
About 5'6".
5'6", I'd say you weigh about 140.
Yeah.
More?
No.
Less?
Yeah.
135.
Yeah.
All right. And I'd say Becky, right?
Yep.
I'm afraid to hear this.
How tall are you?
5'7".
What do you say, Gary?
128.
I'll say.
Oh my God.
Is that right?
Well, 130.
Yeah, I was going to say about 130, 135. If you shave down, you guys need a little shave there.
Do you think the hair is way?
Yeah. Right? Need a little shave? Correct? How do you feel, girls? You feel like you did something wild?
Yeah, but
You feel stupid?
Really
It's all right. Gary feels a lot stupider. As stupid as you feel, Gary.
You could always put your clothes back on. You could always put your clothes back on. I lost the puppet.
I thought the insults would be a lot worse.
They're getting dressed.
Nah, we'd like to see. Listen. You're not perfect girls in the sense like strippers.
Yeah.
You got things you could.
You're real girls.
You're real girls. You're what guys really end up in bed with. No, you got a little flab on you. I'm not going to say no. I know what you're talking about.
Howard, would you admit that it's odd to see women who don't have breast implants?
Yeah, well, for us it is. We see women with breast implants and stuff like that.
You don't know what real breasts look like anymore.
Yeah. We see real women, we want to puke. But no, you guys need a couple of months' work. That's all.
You know,
maybe a few years.
Walk home today.
Yeah, you walk. How far do you live from here? A couple of miles? Where do you girls live?
Philadelphia.
Oh, you walk to Philadelphia. From New York to Philadelphia, you should be nice and thin.
I knew that was going to come.
Yeah, absolutely. Walk home. No, you girl. Listen, let's face it. You girls are a little hefty. There's no question about it. You like your food.
You're milk-fed girls.
Yeah, right. What are you girls eating? You girls are big. What do you girls like to eat? Put your top back on. You're enjoying it
You know
too
what
much.
the best part is? The thin one's cracking up.
Yeah. I was looking forward to seeing the thin one naked.
She fooled you.
Sue, this is your last chance.
You girls are built like the Liberty Bell.
Is Sue going to regret this? The Liberty Bell.
No, you girls are nice. Listen, I would have died for you girls. Could I have gotten you in college? Now I'm famous, so I see all the strippers and everything
very
else.
cute, though, aren't
You're
they?
cute. You're cute girls. Believe me, you'll have no trouble getting guys. You know that. But if you each lost 15 pounds, you'd be knockouts. 15 pounds. You can't do that? You girls can't stop eating?
I could. I had no idea I was coming. I found out yesterday.
Yeah, next time, maybe you delay the trip a little. You would be a knockout. You lost 15 pounds. You girls can't. What do you girls like to eat that you're so heavy? What do you like to eat?
Oh my God.
What do you girls like? What is your favorite meal?
What'd you have for breakfast?
What'd you have for breakfast? Big corn fries, corn fritters? Oh, you haven't eaten yet? Because you were nervous. You wanted to be thin for the appearance. They were starving themselves.
I will tell you, Howard, I have a girl who called me in May.
Yeah.
Who's working on coming in naked.
Oh, you mean she's a little hefty and she wants to get down? Yeah.
She's being.
You girls should lose 15 pounds, come back in 6 months.
Sounds good. We'll do that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I like
right.
to.
You show
Do I get to
him.
come back, or?
No, we don't need you.
I knew.
They can get here by themselves now. They know where it is.
What do you girls like to eat? What's your favorite meal? Fried chicken?
The next one.
No.
The next meal is your favorite meal? Oh. What do you like to eat? Come on. What's your
saying we're that fat?
No, you're not. You're hefty. You're hefty girls. You're built big. You're big.
I'm big Ben. I knew it was.
No, come on. You took your clothes off. I'm evaluating now. Me, I'm nice and trim. I lost weight. I'm nice and trim. Yeah.
I told everybody.
But you got big haunches. You got big haunches. Good for having a baby.
Everybody kept asking me what the girls look like. Oh, I said they're beautiful. Wait till you see them.
They are. They're beautiful girls. Can you imagine you girls 15, 20 pounds lighter?
Now they're going to say, oh, you brought up fat girls. They really weren't fat.
No, they're not fat.
They're not fat.
These are not fat girls. I've been with fat girls.
I don't think they're fat.
Howard said he's been looking at strippers.
Yeah.
Howard and I have had this conversation a million times. Without this show, we'd be lucky to be with these women.
Yeah, right. Yeah, without the show, we know we couldn't get you
Believe
girls.
me, the first women who came down here to strip for Howard didn't look as good as you.
I used to go to parties with girls like you. You wouldn't give me the time of day. I'm telling you. I would have died for girls like you. Before I got famous, now I wouldn't look at you.
There were girls who have come
But
in
I'm
here,
big and famous now.
and Howard told them to keep their clothes on. They
Yeah.
didn't have to strip.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't tell you guys that. I wanted to
right,
see you
so
naked.
that's not- you're
but now
not
that I see you
bad.
naked, you got a shape. But I'm saying you girls like your food a lot. I mean, you eat a good solid 3 meals a day and snacks as well, right? Do you girls eat snacks?
I like food.
Yeah. What do you like to eat? Tell me. What do you have for dinner?
Last
Spaghetti and a lot of meatballs?
I had a cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah, the cheeseburger. That's loaded with fat. And then what
you
you
can
have?
see that, can't you?
Yeah, did you have French fries? And what else? A big shake?
Onion rings, baked potato, side of beef.
No, really, what'd you have? You tell the truth. You had a nice big cheeseburger.
Well, we went out to dinner. So
Where'd you go, to McDonald's or something?
Hard Rock.
Oh, you went to the Hard Rock, and you had a nice cheeseburger, what, with bacon on it?
No, just plain.
Lettuce and tomato mayo and all that stuff, all the greasy stuff on it. And your
And the
fries,
big fries.
big steak fries, double order,
Yeah.
16 beers.
double order of fries.
And what'd you drink?
You had a double order of fries?
Zima.
A Zima. Okay, a beer.
And you had a double order of fries?
No, I didn't say that.
One big, nice, big steak fries?
You know what? In Philly,
Whatever came with the plate.
in Philly, they love to drip cheese over the fries.
Did you drip
cheese fries.
Did you
Yeah,
drip
they
cheese
were
fries?
here, so no cheese on the fries.
And what did you have, Becky?
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger?
Yep.
Fries?
Yep.
Yeah, you girls like to
See,
eat.
you were eating to maintain. Very good.
Yeah, you girls got to knock off the fries and the cheeseburgers. That's the only way. And now you're young. When you get older, forget it. Your thighs are going to look like cottage cheese. I'm not kidding. You're going to be like one of those. You're going to go to the beach. You're going to wear a bathing suit, a bikini, but it's going to have like a big belt around it. Have you seen those bikinis?
Yeah,
that
they
the women
come
wear?
up to your neck. You know, like
Yeah.
the waist is real high.
Yeah, the waist is real high, and then they have like a Sansa belt around the top.
Right.
And then you have a big full bra.
That's right, and they tell you it takes off 10 pounds.
Yeah, and they tell you in the store, cut it high in the thigh to look. And meanwhile, there's big lumps of fat hanging over their thighs.
Well, haven't you seen the bathing suits now they have with skirts?
Yeah.
They're like
Oh, yeah.
skirt suits.
My mom wears that. That I can understand. My mom's 70 years old.
It's from the Free Willy collection.
Yeah. Exactly, Gary Puffett. I'm telling you, start losing weight now, or in 5 years, your ass will hang like earrings. Right, Robin?
Yeah, those, what do they call them? Shoulder scrapers.
Yeah, shoulder scrapers.
See the girl here in the red dress? She's getting less and less amused.
Oh, is she really? No, listen, that's a problem. You got a little problem, weight problem, but I'm telling you what to do. Like for dinner, have a salad with I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to show you girls something. Look at it. Look at my abdomen. I'm a 40-year-old man. Look at that.
You're sucking it in.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything, girls. See that? Now, why? What is that, Gary? What did you want to comment on my abdomen?
I think it looks good.
You're damn right. Now, how
I'd
did
like
I
to
do
see
it?
you in a bikini.
You're damn right you would. Let me tell you something. People want to know how I do it. Let me tell you what I did. All right. 3 to 4 times a week, I ride my bicycle. Not 12 hours. I do a half hour. Okay? That's it, Robin. I don't do a lot.
No big, strenuous 2 hours on the bike.
No, I don't have time for that.
You're not running up a hill.
Right. And you got to admit, Rob, I'm in the best shape of my life. Am I not?
are.
Robin has been with me all along. We'll show you my arm. Here, look at this. Look at the muscle on here. Look at this, girls. See that? I'm an old man. See that?
Wow.
See that?
Oh, Gary's all excited.
Oh, that's good now.
Damn right it's good. Now, how do I do that? What I do is I do a little weight training. And I mean very little. If I tell you I work out with 15 pounds, that's it. Robin, 15.
Lightweight?
Lightweight, half hour, maybe 40 minutes, and I do sit-ups every day.
How many?
Not a lot. I do 3 sets of 20.
Oh.
That's all, but very strict. Now, where do I really make the difference? How I eat. I like cheeseburgers, I like fries, but, you know, I'd rather look good. Do you want to look good and get yourself a good man?
No, I want to be fat and happy.
You want to be, you want to be thin, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I eat. This is what you're going to eat now.
Where are they going to find a good man after they lose weight?
That's their problem.
I don't eat a lot. I just don't exercise.
I exercise. It just doesn't do anything.
No.
Well, what are you doing?
No, let me tell you what's happening.
Yeah. What's our exercise regime?
I go every morning at 6 o'clock and walk and...
Oh, walking doesn't do anything.
Well, you know, fast.
Yeah, that's Richard Simmons. He's fat. You ever see Richard Simmons? He's fat. He's fat, isn't he, Robin?
He looks like her.
Yeah, he walks.
You got the Richard Simmons exercise.
He's dumpy. You look like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz if she ate Toto.
One of those chickens to fall down from the ceiling.
Right, now listen to me. You're a cute girl, man. I'd love to see you thin. Come in here, I'll spank you. You'll look good. Now listen to me. As I see, even in your hands, you're getting a little heavy in your hands.
Oh, her hands are fat?
Yeah, it's all cheeseburger. I'm telling you, her arms are getting big. They're getting big like a girl, you know, like one of these house frows. Now listen to me. All of you. Here's what you do. Here's what I eat. You want to know what I eat? Who wants to know what I eat?
I know what you
I'll do.
Mary Puppet needs to know.
All right. Here's what I eat, girls. I wake up in the morning and have a bowl of hot cereal. It's fat-free. I put a banana in there and 2 egg whites.
What cereal is fat-free?
Cream of wheat. 0 grams of fat.
1 gram of fat.
Wrong. Only if you have it with milk. 0 grams of fat.
I will look it up again.
How much you want to bet?
I will bet you $500.
$500 you're on. I'll bring in my cream of wheat. Cream of wheat. I will bring in the box tomorrow, and it will say 0 grams of fat. Now you owe me $500.
Cream of wheat with the black guy on the front?
No black guy. I don't eat no cream of wheat with a black guy. No, yeah, it's a black guy. I got a black guy cream of wheat that has 0 grams of fat. Don't bet me on this because I know. I check it every day. I can't believe it. I'll give you. I'll count to 3. If you want to take back your bet, you can.
I have
1,
looked at that box.
2.
It's 1 gram.
Okay, you're on.
All right.
Now. Poor girl.
Another $500.
You lost another $500. And you know what? You know I'm not even going to take it from you, so just forget it.
Robin must need, like, tax write-offs.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. She makes bets where I know. Okay. You have a gambling problem and you want to lose. All right, now listen to me. Then, girls, I do something that maybe you never heard of. I don't eat till lunch. Do you girls eat a snack at the office? Maybe little caramels or something?
No between meal eating?
No, I don't.
What I have for lunch is the following. Robin sees me eat every day. I take 2 pieces of whole grain bread. I smack a can of tuna on there, 3 ounces. It's no mayonnaise, nothing on there.
She's turning up her nose already.
Yeah. Oh, they got to have that fat. I have a little lettuce and tomato, and I eat that, and that's it.
And you know what? Not only do I watch him eat that every day, that's so much more tasty than what he used to eat.
Right. Usually what I eat is just vegetables for lunch, but I'm not even going to go into that. I'm making it easy for you. And then what do I have for dinner? I don't eat till dinner. And what do I eat, Robin?
There are no between meal snacks. No, you just
I might have a piece of fruit. Yeah, I have a piece of fruit sometimes. For dinner, I have a huge salad. I chop in broccoli, all kinds of vegetables, but no starches after 12 o'clock.
Cooked or uncooked?
Cooked, steamed. I never put in any starch after 12 o'clock. You'll never see me eat starch after 12 o'clock.
You won't have a potato?
No potato, no rice, nothing. No beans, nothing.
No bread?
Nothing. Nothing.
Spaghetti?
Never. I haven't had spaghetti in 6 months.
Okay.
Not interested in it. Well, this is what you girls, you want to look good. This is what you got to do. Because I'm happy from this.
Look at him.
Yeah, look at me.
Smile on his face.
So then you take 1 tablespoon of canola oil because you need a little oil to grease up your insides.
I don't know what that is.
It's good for you. Good for your bowel.
Oh.
You got to move that. I'm eating almost nothing. All right. I take a tablespoon of canola oil. I take balsamic vinegar and I put a lot of pepper and onions in the salad with all the vegetables. No salsa.
Oh, you're off that, huh?
I have that for lunch sometimes if I don't have the sandwich. And then I eat that big mess.
All stirred up together.
Yeah, with like maybe 4 ounces of chicken. And that's it. Food's over for the day. 5 o'clock, I'm done.
And you're not hungry?
I'm ready to eat your head off. But I'm thin. Of course I'm hungry. Of course.
Oh,
who could be satisfied with that garbage? Then around 6, 7 o'clock, I beat my wife to a pulp. All right, girls, I want you to do that for 6 months.
Okay. And come back?
And come back and see me, because you girls are going to be knockouts. You got nice faces.
I want you to show him.
Okay. I will do it.
All right, we're
Stop with the cheeseburgers. And I suspect you're eating a lot more than just cheeseburgers.
Make sure you call me before.
I bet you had 2 cheeseburgers. Right? Did you eat everything on the plate?
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
I did.
Oh, come on. Cheeseburgers. Loaded with fat.
This is bad.
Young girls. You shouldn't have any cellulite or anything on you.
Oh, my God.
Young girls. Young girls. All right, that's my advice to you, and that's it. Now, I'm going to take a break, girls. And then when we get back, we're going to have Danny, who wrote the O.J. song, one of the best songs I've heard in a long time.
Thank you.
Most requested parody ever.
Danny will perform live the Old Black O.J. song that he wrote in 40 minutes, is it?
40 minutes.
Wow. Brilliant.
At the office.
On my boss's time.
Good for you. Good for you. What do you do for a living?
I'm really not. I'm in the securities industry.
Oh, you are?
I'm not allowed to. They
He's not at
gave me a
liberty
big
to
lecture
say.
about.
Oh, I see. You have a secret.
Myself.
You have a secret.
I'll tell you it during commercial.
Yeah, but I mean,
national security.
I don't want to know where you work. I just want to know what type of work you do.
Securities.
Security. So you
not
are
a security guard. Securities.
Right. You'll be a security guard after this show. Security. I think security is a trader in financial stuff.
Okay.
All right. Right? Am I correct?
Correct.
Right. I'd go to you. All right.
He's sitting there writing Old Black O.J.
Right. Do you realize how this song is caught on? I don't know if you realize.
When I called to book a hotel room, I asked the girl, I said, you listen to Howard Stern? She said, yeah. I said, well, I sang Old Black O.J. And she's like, oh, my God, you all right? We love that song. And my mom was in a store. This kid was singing it. My mother-in-law was in a restaurant. The waiter was talking about it.
Yeah, everyone loves Old Black O.J.
You feel like a songwriter now, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I want to try.
He's like the retarded Lennon and McCartney. All right, very good.
I got lucky, that's all.
All right, you got lucky. You got a hit on your hands. Let's see what happens when we come back. Everyone will hear the live version.
Let's market it. Let's sell it.
Old Black O.J. No, why don't you sell it? I don't know.
We're not in the music business.
What's this wee white
Daniel
man?
Carver, help me write it.
All right. We'll take a break, and we'll be treated to a live rendition of Old Black O.J. right after these words. Oh.
Your mic isn't working again.
Hello? They better look into this mic situation. Did they change it? Might be the connection.
I told them.
Hello?
Yeah,
I told them.
I told them to fix the connection.
All right, anyway, let me tell you about Brother and what they're up to. Brother's Plain Paper Fax Line. Brother makes such great equipment. They make the P-Touch. They make all the office equipment. Everyone's heard of the Brother Company because if you work in an office, you've seen Brother equipment. But Brother really is the recognized leader in flat fax technology. What is a flat fax, Robin?
A flat fax is a fax that comes out and doesn't curl.
Yeah, it's one that doesn't need a bra.
Yeah, it's not like a scroll. Wait a minute. It's not a bra.
In response to the growing demand for the convenience of plain paper fax machines, Brother has introduced a line of affordable plain paper fax machines. Models in Telefax 900. Do you hear my microphone?
Yes, I do.
Here, I got to fix it. Hello? Testing.
Oh, it worked.
Of course it works. I know what I'm doing. I've been on radio for 100 years. Little repairs. Just trying to impress the girls. These girls haven't stopped staring at me. I think they're in love. Either that or they're in shock. Are you girls in love? Yeah? All right.
Even after that lambasting?
They appreciated me. They told me during the commercial they appreciate me critiquing their body.
Is that right?
Yeah. They want to strip again. All right. These machines feature a convenient 200-page paper cassette, a 30-page document feeder, a fax-tel switch so you don't need a separate fax line, 60-number auto dial, smoothing that makes your incoming faxes sharper and more beautiful than ever.
Oh, I see. Now, this is a plain paper fax. I don't understand.
That's right, Robin.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. All I know is it's great. A plain paper fax line is great. I'm getting this. So we're sitting here with Danny, who sent us a song about a week ago about Old Black O.J. You know, we get so many song parodies in the mail. So many different song parodies.
In fact, we got so many O.J. parodies.
Yes.
And none of them were any good until this one.
Yeah, well, everyone likes this one. It's Danny.
I taped it to Mr. Potato Head. Did you get that? Did you ever see that?
No, I didn't see
Mr. Potato Head with the big teeth. Gary, did you see that?
Gary never showed me that.
No, you saw it.
The Mr. Potato Head?
Yeah, it had a big mustache. Looked just like me.
Is that right?
And I said, do you like this? You thought it was funny.
I did. Boy, Danny's scoring a home run. Anyway, Danny, so you wrote Old Black O.J., you say, in what?
40 minutes.
40 minutes. And what came to you first, the music or the words?
Probably the music.
Really? You said, oh, I ought to do a song parody.
I was thinking, and then I said, I'm not going to write one because it'll never get played. And then I just kept sitting around saying, I'm going to write one. And
wow, good for you. Isn't that something, Rob?
God made me a very lucky person.
Yeah, all right. Well,
I'm just wondering, it was 40 minutes to
40 minutes.
All right.
2 p.m. to...
the guy told you, Robin, 40 minutes.
I just, I'm thinking about the words now. 40 minutes seems like a long time.
Yeah,
well,
right.
I revised it after... I
Don't
had
bust his balls. He came up with a good song.
I had a 12-inch knife, 15-inch knife, and then big old knife.
All right. He told me during the commercials he knew he wanted to use the word coon. He just had to fit it into a song.
Right. I heard you say that. I just had to get that in.
Explain some of the things in the song before you sing it live. Why the Baba Booey reference? I didn't get that. Just wanted to get his name in there.
A little plug.
And who are the two coons? A coon here, a coon there?
AC.
AC.
Johnny Cochran.
Right. Any of them.
Just any of them.
Okay, there you go.
I'm going to dedicate this to O.J. I guarantee he is tapping his toe to this right now.
All right, here we go.
You think he is?
No.
O.J. wishes he could get to you.
How about the Goldman? I'm afraid to walk out of this building right now. I guarantee that.
All right, here we go. I guarantee that. All right, here we go. Danny, you will now perform your song.
I hope I don't choke.
All right, you won't.
This is your moment.
All right. This is my moment.
You came all the way from Philadelphia for this. All right, here we go. Here's Danny and Old Black O.J.
Does he need echo?
Wait, well, doesn't matter.
I don't think so.
How should this be? Like, how should I sing it?
Exactly like you're doing it right now.
Right into the microphone.
The same way you're talking to it.
There you go.
Test.
All right.
Testing. Is this on?
Here we go.
You want to do some vocal exercise?
Wait, I gotta feel black.
Every black man in New York City, every black man is listening to this in New York City, and you have to leave here.
Our ads, we're down by the Statue of Liberty, isn't this all?
That's right. Here we go. Get ready to sing.
All right.
Are you in black voice yet?
I need a piece of watermelon.
How you doing? Let me hear that. Hello there.
Hello there.
All right, here we go.
Oh, Black O.J., looky here.
All right, here we go.
No, it's not rolling it. It's on Reel to Reel 1.
Oh, I see.
Oh. This is big business.
Old Black O.J. had a white wife. Looky here. Old Black O.J. had a big old knife. Looky here. With a stab wound here and a dead Jew there. Here coon, there coon, everywhere on stab wounds. Old Black O.J. killed his white wife. Looky here. Old Black O.J. went to the courts. Looky here. Went to the court and the judge was a nip. Looky here. With fried rice here and an egg roll there. Here nip, there nip, everywhere nip. Stab wound here and a dead Jew there. Here coon, there coon, everywhere on stab wounds. Old Black O.J. killed his white wife. Looky here. Old Black O.J. got the chair. Looky here. Baba Booey done pulled the switch. Looky here. With a zap here and a zap there. Smell that burning afro hair. Fried rice here and an egg roll there. Here nip, there nip, everywhere nip. Stab wound here and a dead Jew there. Here coon, there coon, everywhere I'm stab wounds. Old Black O.J.'s dead and gone. Looky here.
All right, there you go. He had it memorized.
Well, I was reading it. I was very nervous, so I was trying to read it, but then I got halfway through.
What is it, Baba Booey?
There's like a black guy outside who's so angry.
What is that?
It's like a black guy that's really, really angry.
Where?
Right here. Is
Where?
it like the scary puppet thing?
Hey, wait a second.
Why, faithful?
He's like freaking out.
Well, wait, I don't want him in here.
He's cool.
Is he?
He just wants to say his piece.
Let him say it.
What do you want from me? Uh-oh.
How you doing?
Hey, don't come after me, man. I didn't write that song, my brother.
Did you check him for a gun?
And don't get mad now. Come on.
No gun. Yo, I heard it, and I had to say, you ruined it for everybody. No, I didn't like it. You're ruining it, you're lucky. Gary talked to me, and I want to come in here. I wanted to hurt you. I wanted to.
No, come on. Peace, my brother. Salam alaikum.
It's a joke,
Alaikum
man.
salam.
You got to understand, Howard Stern is like God to me, and you got to do what you got to do.
Right.
You don't have to do
I look like
everything
a
for guys.
racist? Look at me. I got short hair. I'm a nice guy.
but
Got
still,
3 young girls with me. Hey, look at my ring. Don't
Now, what
see my
happened?
ring.
What didn't you like?
I can't show my ring.
You didn't like the Jewish reference in it?
What's on his ring?
You know, sometimes.
I'm scared to death.
What is on your
escort out of here?
What are you African?
I'm Black American.
You are Black American?
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up? In Harlem?
the Bronx.
Oh, in the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
In the bad What's with you? In the bad section?
No, in the Soundview section.
All right, and you're a hardworking guy?
Yeah.
Where are you working?
I'm working downtown, running around doing errands.
Oh, all right. You're getting your start.
Stalking me. I knew this was going to... This is my biggest...
Some people.
This is my biggest fear, man. Listen, I am far from a racist, my man.
So wait a second. So you heard the thing, and it got
Where
you.
were you when you heard it? You just ran right up here?
Yeah, I happened to be in the area.
Did you object to the nip-nip thing there?
No.
The coon reference?
Do you listen to the show every day?
Sometimes.
Well, then you know what to expect.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
anybody that listens and gets offended, hey, give him a shirt, Gary. There you go. There's a party gift for you.
Now, what about this party gift?
There's no evidence. There's
Tell
no
what his
evidence.
gift is, Jackie.
You don't think OJ's guilty?
You don't think OJ is guilty?
I don't think
come
he's
on. You see, why do all black guys... Seriously,
No.
answer this. Forget about his song.
Okay.
Why... I can't find one black guy who thinks OJ is guilty. Now, this is an open and shut case. Trust me on this. First of all, you're a peace-loving brother. You don't want to see a murderer running around.
If it's open and shut,
Go ahead.
there will be evidence. Okay, now, if he's guilty...
Let me ask you something. What did you eat for breakfast this morning?
I didn't.
Can you prove Can you prove you didn't eat breakfast?
Yeah.
How can you prove it?
Because my mom was watching me.
Your mom says it, but she loves you. Is she a witness?
No.
Look, in every case, you think you got to find a guy with a smoking... What does that mean?
Yeah.
That means in every case, you don't have to have...
Concrete evidence.
You don't have to have concrete evidence. You can't... If I chop up Robin tomorrow, right, I get on the... I go, I hate Robin. I'm going to kill her. Do it. And then I chop her up. And they can't find Robin's body. And they can't find... But they just know Robin's missing. Do you think they have enough evidence to arrest me?
No. To arrest you?
Yeah.
To convict you?
Yes.
To arrest you?
Of course they do.
To convict you? No.
Listen, let me tell you something. This is the problem with the black community.
But if they convict OJ...
Listen, here's what OJ...
Why do
Here's
you
what we
care
know.
about OJ? Why are you worried about OJ?
Actually, I don't. But if they convict OJ, then they need to bring the Menendez brothers in and convict them too.
Let me tell you something.
At least there's a weapon, and
the Menendez brothers confessed to it. The jury feels in this case, and I happen to disagree with them.
Now
the Menendez brothers, don't get nervous. This guy's all right. I know him. I can have him arrested. The Menendez brothers.
But you can't convict
If you disappear, we'll get him.
He leaves first.
Don't you understand that in the system? You see, a lot of black brothers don't understand the system of justice. When you've got a guy, they got a limo waiting for him. Suddenly he's not there in the house. No one can find him. He's got blood by his Bronco. He's got blood in the driveway. He's got this AC driving around. He's driving around with money.
Why is he
running
bleeding
around.
so much?
Why is he bleeding so much? Come on already. The guy did it. I mean, hold on. I'm not going to argue with another black guy about whether OJ's innocent.
If he's guilty,
he is guilty.
They gotta find a weapon somewhere.
No, they don't need to find the weapon. That's what I'm telling you. It's not necessary to find the murder weapon. You can't find a murder weapon in every case.
If they convict him,
yes.
And the Menendez brothers, they all need to...
Sir,
you can't add apples and oranges.
There's
That's
a million
different
cases out there. You've got to be interested in justice. You got a dead woman and a dead man. Forget about their white, their black, their purple. Looky here. You know what I'm talking about. Everywhere, stab wound. That's right. Everywhere, stab wound. First of all, in a murder like that, let me tell you something. First of all, it's a passionate murder. It's a crime of passion.
Don't you understand
He takes the head, he rips off
that?
the head, he's stabbing and stabbing and stabbing and stabbing.
He loved this woman and she was leaving him.
OJ, AC, Rodney King, everyone. Put Montel Williams on his lap and fry everybody. That's it.
What did Montel do?
He got that stupid show.
That bad show.
I hate it.
Everybody's got dumb shit.
All right, okay, take it easy. I'm just kidding about Montel, but you know what I'm saying.
I understand.
And if AC knows something, he should come forward.
Right.
Why?
That's true.
Put that down. You know why?
That's true.
Because
if you know something, they should come forward.
Of course, you're an honest man. You don't want to live in a society where...
I have no problem with that.
OJ's black. OJ's busy with white broads.
I do have a problem with them convicting him, especially with the
OJ's got plenty of money. He'll get a fair trial.
OJ ain't going to worry about you when you're arrested. arrested.
That's right. He's not coming to your defense.
You're guilty of something. Trust me. I'm looking you over there. I would have you arrested.
But you can't convict me.
I can convict you. No, listen. You're guilty of something. You've done some crime in your time, haven't you?
Don't let him go, Howard.
Never? Gary, arrest him. Citizen's arrest. What's that on your ring? Is that an African thing?
My college ring.
Oh, that's African, I think. What college did you go to?
Howard University.
Oh, that's African. That's an African college. Seriously, right?
Black American.
Yeah, I know everything about that.
They got a good football team.
They do. Now, listen. Listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to spend the rest of your life not worrying about OJ, because OJ ain't worrying about you. He's busy with the white girls. You ever had a white woman?
Nope.
See? That's what I'm saying. As soon as you get famous, you're going to have a white woman.
Now, you're not going to bother this guy, or you're going to leave him alone.
That's right. Leave him alone. If you rough him up, I'm going to come after
dial
him.
911. Anybody listening, send him 600 Madison Avenue.
All right. Listen, I want you to go away and know that this guy, you don't know what he's doing.
You want the original score?
I don't need
You want to sing it? Little brotherhood thing where
I don't need to sing it.
You don't need to sing that. He voiced his
Want to
complaint.
keep it as a souvenir? I have it memorized.
I'm sure
you want any of these white women back here? Look at that. Very nice.
Nah, not really.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, anyway, nice to meet you.
All
I'm
right.
sorry you're upset by the song. I'm upset too. Everyone is.
Are you going to tell him?
Here you go.
Tell him what?
He's scared to death.
That's it. Hey, don't hurt
him
us.
or me? I'm scared to death.
Don't hurt us, all right?
I'm going to hang out till about 12.
All right. No, you got to understand something. You can't defend OJ just because he's black. He's guilty. He's guilty. You want to defend every black guy? You want to defend every black guy?
Like I said,
do you want black guys to go to jail if they kill someone?
If I had a weapon,
yeah.
If I saw a weapon, if somebody...
So you need to see a weapon to know OJ is guilty.
Is that the only thing that convinced you? A weapon?
All right, here's the weapon. Here it is, right here. You now you convinced? There it is.
If I saw a weapon, I would have no problem.
I've never heard
Oh, you need to see the weapon to know that the guy's guilty. He has no alibi.
Connected him.
He has no alibi. The limo driver saw him run into the house and pretend to be asleep.
People have gotten off for less.
Excuse me, we never got your name, but when did you become so interested in the law?
Since OJ.
No, cases that come up, take an interest in.
Take an interest. Yeah. You and your friends, you and your black brothers, you hang around with a lot of black guys, right?
Yeah.
You all stand around and say OJ's innocent because he's black. Admit it, because he's black.
He was framed. He was framed.
Who do you think framed him? Who do you think set this up? The cops?
Actually, me and my friends don't even discuss the subject.
Oh, I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a minute.
Not now. Not now, not then.
Really?
It's one of those subjects, and Robin, you can attest to it. When it comes to the black community, when the story first came on, it was something that people really didn't want to talk about.
Why not?
Because it was OJ. And it's somebody who's been a hero.
About OJ?
No, but it's somebody
I know OJ. I know OJ.
But it's somebody who's been a hero.
He's no hero. Hero. What is hero? Because you could catch a ball? A hero.
You didn't think 2 seconds about OJ before this happened.
I did actually listen. I was actually listening.
How lucky was OJ to have that lovely white piece of ass? Come on a scale of 1 to 10.
As far as I'm concerned, that's where he went wrong.
Yeah, really?
Wow.
Oh, you think the white woman?
That's the other thing that happens in the black community. If OJ hadn't slept with that white woman,
yeah.
he'd be fine.
Oh, so it's her fault. Oh, for goodness sake.
I didn't say it was her fault.
You know, my brother, deep down inside, you know OJ is guilty. You know
I'm hoping he's not.
Oh.
He's going to get the chair.
Ah, come on. He deserves the chair.
Gary over there is going to pull it.
He deserves the chair.
What happens if OJ gets the chair?
Then they need to bring everybody in who's confessed and give them the chair, too.
Do you think
what is the logic in that?
Do you think if he's convicted, should he receive the death penalty?
Do they have it? They have
yeah,
it.
They have it.
Yeah.
Do you think they should cut him slack? Or should he just burn?
I think you better be quiet.
Either way, OJ looks to be... If he's convicted, either way, he's going to be a dead man, because I don't think he can.
No, if he's convicted.
Would you like to see him fry?
No.
You would
2
not.
people are dead.
Why? 2 people murdered.
I can see him
brutally murdered.
I can see him.
He can be rehabilitated?
No, I can't. I can see him life in jail, no parole.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't believe in the death penalty, in other words?
Yeah.
Oh,
basically.
please.
He doesn't feel in the death penalty.
Yeah.
Suppose it was Roger Staubach.
Because he could be up on charges.
That's right. I guess that's the case.
Because they can mistake an identity, right?
Is that what you're feeling?
You are
near California.
You are a law-abiding brother. Am I correct?
Yep.
You've never broken the law.
Until he beats me up outside.
Then you should be for the death penalty for people who commit murder. That's all.
No.
Trust me. Trust me on this.
Well, how many jails are we supposed to have?
Oh, we'll have more and more jails.
For cleaning them out.
Me too. Clean out the jails.
There's plenty of places.
Let me ask you something.
In the Bronx.
If your mother was hit by a drive-by, all right, would you want to see the guy die? Black guy did it.
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay, very good.
Well, he's being consistent.
He would like to see. He would probably get a gun and blow the guy's head off, right?
No, I'm not. I'm not that violent.
Really? Not that violent. I got that much to worry about. Well, I got a real big tattoo. Does that scare you?
Oh, come on. Get out of here, both of you. All right. Thank you very much for coming in here.
All right.
He goes first.
Life imprisonment for O.J. That'll cost us taxpayers about $1 million.
If you see him hanging in the halls, I'd come back.
Hey, don't go after him. I'll come after
I'm not leaving for a while. I'll hang out in your lobby.
Yeah,
I'll go get you coffee or whatever.
That guy was angry, huh?
Man.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell everybody who that was?
Who is that?
That's Chris, our new promotions assistant.
Oh, is it really?
I didn't know he was
I didn't know that.
Jackie handed me a note and said, go grab the first black guy you see.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God.
So, wait, do you think he was for real about O.J.?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
He acted angry, but he was for real on the rest of it.
Okay.
Really?
He didn't scare me anyway. So my legs are crossed. I was actually going to ask for a different way out of here. As we talk.
All right, one more time. Old Black O.J. Let's do it again.
Am I going to sing it again?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Oh, he's going to do it live again? He does it very well.
All right, now I'll do it better because now I'm really hamming it up.
I got to get your soundtrack ready, and then we got to go right to commercial. All right, you ready?
Yep.
One last time for old Danny here.
This is dedicated to O.J. Simpson in his jail cell.
All right, go ahead. The author of the song.
Old Black O.J. had a white. Looky here. Old Black O.J. had a big old knife. Looky here. With a stab wound here and a dead Jew there. Heel coon, nail coon, everywhere on stab wounds. Old Black O.J. killed his white wife. Looky here. Old Black O.J. went to the court. Looky here. He went to the court and the judge was a nip. Looky here. Fried rice here and an egg roll there. Here nip, there nip, everywhere nip. Stab wound here and a dead Jew there. Heel coon, nail coon, everywhere on stab wounds. Old Black O.J. killed his white wife. Looky here. Old Black O.J. got the chair. Looky here. Ba boo, he done pulled the switch. Looky here. With a zap here and a zap there. Smell that burning afro hair. Fried rice here and an egg roll there. Here nip, there nip, everywhere nip. Stab wound here and a dead Jew there. Heel coon, nail coon, everywhere on stab wounds. Old Black O.J.'s dead and gone. Looky here.
All right. Very good. When you watch that on TV tonight, I'm sure we'll run that. Jackie and Billy are throwing stuff at...
He's got me flinching.
I know.
Jackie finally just threw the whole pad of paper out.
Yeah, he just threw
in the New York Post. Here you go.
He hit him in the head with the New York Post and a T-shirt.
Wait, a T-shirt I got.
All right, very good. Congratulations to you girls for the great striptease. I want to thank our very black promotions director there.
Chris,
and Danny, congratulations to you on your O.J. song. The audience seems to really be enthusiastic about it. I know Ronnie the limo driver, you are God to him. for whatever
Rob,
that's
do you
worth.
really? I only got 6 shirts. Do you want your shirt?
Yeah,
okay.
she wants that shirt.
Oh, you want to keep it?
No. This is definitely for you. If anybody wants to give, I'm sure Howard ain't going to be wearing that shirt.
What, the old black O.J. shirt? Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ride your bike with it?
I'll be wearing that to a Klan meeting. All right, now we'll see you when we get back.
Move on. Whoopee. The Howard Stern Show. Whoopee.
Well, he must have had a funny show today. Everyone is faxing me, telling me that they've laughed very hard today. Funny, I don't feel funny today because I'm sweating from the heat. There was so much heat in this room. It is so hot today. There is no air conditioning. They keep telling me they fixed the air conditioning there. I guarantee you there is no air conditioning.
I'm sure that what happens is people forget to turn it down in the morning early enough.
I don't care what you tell me. There is no air conditioning in this room.
Because I know there have been times that it has been absolutely freezing over here, so I know they're doing something.
Is it cold in your room?
Not right now.
Yeah. Now, I know every time that we have air conditioning, you complain.
Right.
There's no air conditioning.
That's why I'm saying they're not turning it down early enough.
Let's turn off my own mic. Let me see. I don't know what's going on. All I know is there's no cold air in this room. I can't put up with it much longer. I can't breathe.
About 14 months.
14 months I got left on this contract. Listen, you can tell your children that you heard Howard Stern. I'll be written up in some history book, some retarded history book. So you have 14 months to listen. 14 months. Did you watch that Barbra Streisand last night?
A bit of it. I didn't know whether you would watch that or not.
Well, I put it on so I would be informed, but I tell you, she makes me want to puke.
Singing to movie clips and talking and
about her
carrying
life.
on.
It's a retard.
Like everything she did was so important.
I could see if you were doing my life story, not hers.
I remember the first time I saw that movie in the Brooklyn.
I remember Mama. Everything is scripted.
And I had the Malamon.
That's me in my sailor's outfit.
You had to get through the opening, though.
Oh, my God.
That opening, my God, 10 minutes of,
Show tunes.
Second coming.
My wife thinks she's great. I think my wife and I have none of the same interests.
So full of tragedies.
I said to my wife, what do you see in this? I don't get it.
And I think it's a whole woman thing because a lot of friends were calling me up. We don't have HBO. Please tape it for us.
It's a whole woman thing, and it's just obnoxious.
But then there were a lot of guys in that audience. I kept looking to see who was in that audience.
Yeah, who was in that audience?
A lot of guys were in there.
Paying like $500 to see her? And she's nothing to look at, that's for sure. Big double chin, that beak.
With that funny-looking dress on, I couldn't tell what was going on.
She definitely had a push-up bra on. Big Miracle Bar, hold those big breasts. Show her cleavage. I'm going to show my cleavage to you.
I can't sing those victim songs anymore.
She can't sing what?
Victim songs.
Why don't, do you have it on tape?
Yes.
Could you bring it in tomorrow and we can take her raps off? Because this is the ones that Elaine Boozle wrote for her.
Yeah. She talks about how...
there's been so many personal tragedies this year. And
like what?
During the hurricanes and the fires. And people are losing their homes. It takes a crisis for us to work with each other and help each other out. But why does it take a crisis for us to all remember that we're just...
people? Yeah, and then she breaks into a song.
People who need people.
And everyone goes wild, and there's standing ovations. I saw Sidney Poitier doing...
Oh, was he?
He was in the audience.
I didn't stay with it that long.
With his white woman. He was an usher? Really? Is that true?
Somebody handed him a plate.
I didn't realize that.
No, stop. That was terrible.
Old Black Sidney had a wife. E-I-E-I-O. He was an usher at the Barbra Streisand concert. Looky here.
With a ticket here, the ticket there.
Punch a ticket here.
Stab a hole in the ticket. Everywhere a ticket and a nip, judge.
And a stab wound.
A stab wound
everywhere a stab wound.
Orchestra pit here. Front row there.
I just want to say it takes a crisis to charge $2,000 a seat.
No.
People paying all that money to see her. And then that hair, so perfect. Like, I guess she has nice hair, so it's like, it's perfect.
Yes.
Perfectly done. Every hair straightened.
And did you see those old pictures of her?
Yeah.
She had, pictures of herself as a teenager, and, she's making fun of herself and saying, everything, some things get better with age because she thinks she's so much better looking.
Yeah, she's pretty now. She's got that hair.
And everybody applauds. Yes, Barbara.
The thing with her is she looks like a female impersonator. She has, like, that hair and the big nails.
Yes.
And then at one point she, I only saw about 15 minutes of it, but she opened up her dress so you could see her legs.
Oh, did she? I missed
Yeah.
that too.
She had like, it was one of those long gowns, but there was a slit, but you had to like move a lot of cloth away.
Right, because it wasn't tight by any stretch of the imagination.
And she had big, thick legs.
Oh. She didn't change anything, did she? She didn't do a costume.
I don't know. I didn't watch that long. I couldn't handle it.
Because I only saw that one black dress. Was it a black dress with the big folds in the front?
I think on Showtime or something they had, on the movie channel, they had the movie Dave. I keep watching that. So, yeah I loved it.
Switch back to that.
Yeah, it's a good movie. So I was watching Dave as opposed to watching Barbra Streisand. And then I fell asleep.
Yeah, I wondered what kind of ratings they were going to get for that, too.
Yeah. I said I better just masturbate and go to sleep, which I did. It was a pretty good session last night. Pretty nice session. Thanks.
But she wasn't, how we always talk about how Barbara's sister sings better than she does?
Yeah.
Barbara wasn't even putting any effort into this.
No.
I want to live and live now. Get what I want, I know how. High on the target and wham.
You sing as good as her.
I could do that show.
Yeah, I tell you, you know what? I might back you
one
into it.
gunshot, and bam!
And you get $5 for that. And bam! That's what she said, and bam!
Bam!
You got to bring in the whole tape. Let's play it tomorrow on the air. And those raps. Papa, can you hear me? Papa. I'd smack her in the head. Papa, can you hear me? The perfect hair and the nails. And that face.
And those mouth movements. You know, she makes so many, you know.
She got a funny mouth.
Line out. You know, it goes all over the place.
Yeah, her mouth keeps moving.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like, you know, do it for TV. People.
Right.
People need people.
Like she got food for me.
It's like Mr. Ed, they used to put a piece of glass in his gums to make his mouth move. I think they put glass in it. Hello, Wilbur. Hello, Wilbur. People who need people. Are the luckiest people in the world. All right, very good. I got to take a break, Robin. Let's continue the news.
All right.
That was the lead story.
That was news?
That was the lead story. The Barbra Streisand concert.
Okay.
People with $350 for a seat are the stupidest bastards in the world. My breasts, I'm showing them to you. She's so proud of her chest. So proud of that.
I think I'm prettier now.
Yeah, someone break the news to her. I don't know. Let's take a break. We'll be back right after the break. Yeah.
With the Howard Stern Show.
All right. Robin, we're having a good time, and it's time for the news. What is going on?
Well, Howard, there's going to be another O.J. hearing today. Judge Ito will try to determine just what to do with blood samples that need to be tested for DNA results in the O.J. hearing, and whether the defense should be allowed to have some of those blood samples so that they can do their own DNA testing.
You know, today in the paper, they're talking about, you know, every day they uncover more evidence. Now they're saying this guy, what's his name, Cato?
Yeah, Cato Kalin.
He lied. They're saying that he saw O.J. there that night.
I see O.J.?
Did you see that in the paper?
No.
Did you see that?
You have that?
Yeah. I know. I read it. It said,
it's a whole different version.
Cato held back information.
Oh, now I see it. It's over here in Newsday.
Yeah. O.J. Simpson house guest Brian Cato Kalin may have told a friend that on the night Simpson's ex-wife and her friend were killed, he saw the football great near where a bloody glove later was found on the estate. Time magazine reports in the issue out today.
Oh, my.
I got a feeling like he was like afraid to turn it over. I got a feeling that Cato and O.J., they got a lot of things going on.
Cato.
And then did you see that thing about O.J.? He got his wife addicted to cocaine?
Yes, there's a big story in the tabloids this week that he got her strung out on drugs. There are also stories about all kinds. I mean, it's just... But that guy who's telling the stories, he's been pushing a book.
Yeah.
And trying to get people to buy a book about his celebrity clients. He claims he was the pusher to the star. So
yeah, and here's
I don't know how much credence you want to put in that.
Well, according to this, Cato...
It's not the hardest thing to believe.
Yeah. Cato had heard 3 loud thumps against his wall at about 10:40 p.m.
Right, I remember that from the testimony.
He said he hung up, he was on the phone, went outside to look and saw nobody.
In fact, he said he was too scared to go out because he didn't have a big flashlight.
Prosecutors are now investigating a claim brought to them by 2 friends of Ferrara's. That's the guy Cato was on the phone with. I mean, the girl Cato was on the phone with. Friends say that after the slayings, but before Ferrara gave her testimony, she told him that in his second call to her, Kalin reported that he saw Simpson when he opened his door.
Oh.
Well, wouldn't there be phone records?
Yeah, there are phone records.
Showing that he called her again?
Oh, yeah, that's established.
That's all established. No one's doubting that. They're just saying that Kalin told her he saw O.J. I see O.J.
On the stand, he said he didn't see anything.
I see O.J.
I see O.J.
Anyway,
he'd be kind of slouching down.
After looking around, Kalin reportedly told Ferrara he returned to the guest house and called her back. So he even saw him there that night. Jeez.
I tell you.
I mean, what more proof?
I also saw in the tabloids, though, that they say the prosecution has been doing mock trials of O.J.
Yeah.
And they've been losing.
That's good.
In their mock trials.
That's some attorney. That's that frantic woman with the...
Marsha Clark.
Maybe they ought to tell her to sit this one out. If she
well,
can't...
there's also a guy in the next 10 days who has to determine if O.J. will be tried for the death penalty.
Yeah, well...
There's a commission who determines that, but the head of the commission actually makes the decision after getting input from the other commissioners, and this time he says he will also consult the district attorney, Gil Garcetti. He does that occasionally.
She's having mock trials.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's according to one of these tabloids. I don't know.
And she's not even up against Shapiro and those guys that she's losing.
That's right.
She's just up against some other clown.
Right, and she set the whole thing up.
Oh. Oh, man.
I told you that this is... O.J. could walk. I'm telling you he could.
If he walks, he'll be the biggest star in the world.
He is. He is right at this moment. So anyway, they will try to determine today what is admissible. The defense will be fighting, quite frankly, to keep all DNA evidence out. This is going to be the battle of the scientists. It's starting today. Scientists will take the stand to try to discredit DNA evidence in hopes that Judge Ito will just say, well, let's dispense with all this blood testing anyway.
Judge Ito.
Howard, you know what's weird?
Yeah.
Yesterday, we were just about to have breakfast, and Nancy turned to me and she said, you want some OJ? And she said, do you know, you'll never, ever, for the rest of your life, be able to say that without thinking about that Nudnik. Not only
she is, you're lucky you married her.
No, I'm saying...
You are really lucky you married her.
I can't believe the sparkling breakfast conversation.
No wonder you love her.
I'm saying it's not
what a
only
wit.
Shut up. It's not only a household word.
I wish I was there.
What else does she say? I'm going to make her learn more.
Give me OJ, give me vodka.
Really, Jackie? Tell us what else you talked about.
You can't... Anything else go on at that table that would relate to the news?
She has some pancakes, and I started thinking
I'm about to tell a Sinead O'Connor story. Did she say anything about her?
No, well, I'm glad we pointed out the most important OJ thing in the news. So
but I think that pretty much everybody, knows that.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Oh, okay.
My wife, actress and philosopher.
My wife. Not like this show to belabor the obvious, though, is it?
My wife,
no.
She said OJ, and then...
Yesterday, my wife said you want some OJ, and then it suddenly struck her that you'll never be able to say those words again without thinking of that Nudnik.
Never.
Nudnik.
The only way to get our minds off it is to watch the Robin Quivers story on the Judith Regan show.
You can't say OJ anymore. Just ruin it for everybody.
They ruined the word OJ.
You did.
I used to love to say OJ.
Yeah, who wants to say orange juice? OJ was
and then Nancy made some bacon. And I thought of Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon ruined bacon.
Who can ever eat bacon without thinking of that Nudnik?
If Kevin Bacon ever murders his wife, Kira Sedgwick, I'll never be able to think about bacon again.
What a Nudnik.
Bacon.
Why take the name of food?
There's no beginning to your talent.
Why do they have food?
No beginning to your talent.
Oh. Food.
OJ, I loved OJ.
Because now you have to say, can I please have vodka and orange juice? Instead of vodka and OJ.
Oh, no, OJ. I got to stop saying that.
So we're sitting at the table. Nancy turns to me and goes, listen to this.
Sirianni, I'm sorry.
You can never say OJ again.
Honey, you want some OJ?
And then she said, you want some English muffins? And I began thinking of England.
French toast.
And then I realized how many different words in the English language relate to food.
So witty.
But aren't food.
I hate the French. They ruin French toast.
French toast? I said, every time I eat that kind of toast, I think of France. And I hate them.
Feel free to throw in a punchline.
All right. None required. Sometimes a punchline isn't required.
Eggs Benedict.
Then you think of Benedict Arnold. And then I think of Tom Arnold.
That's funny.
And I'm ruined.
All food is ruined.
There's no food with Bruce in it. Right. Bruce. Bruce is a safe name.
Done?
Can't believe it.
OJ.
OJ.
That Nudnik.
Never again. You'll never look at it for the rest of our lifetimes anyway.
That word will never be the same.
Maybe our children will be safe from OJ. Maybe you can go back to using it as orange juice again.
Nobody can reach for the OJ without thinking of you more.
Thank God his name
Maybe they
tomato.
can use OJ again.
Well, I want to drink tomato juice. DJ Hooker.
Great grapefruit juice, GJ.
I wonder what other initials will match up to famous people. Knock. Who's there? Orange. Orange who? Orange, you glad I didn't say OJ? Nancy, come on down. We're going to have some breakfast. Hey, honey, you want any OJ?
Oh, no. I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to say that.
Hey, let's talk about something else. Besides OJ.
I'm sorry, Sirianni.
Let's talk about your movie career. I got any good roles? Roles. See, rolls is rolls.
I can't even say rolls.
R-O-L-L-S. Breakfast rolls. Breakfast rolls. Breakfast rolls. You can't say rolls. I'm not bringing up a sore subject. What's the world coming to?
Oh, well, let's move on.
I'll have some OJ.
What did you have with the OJ, Jackie?
I forget.
Rolls?
All right.
Homemade waffle.
Waffles is safe.
What else you got there, Robin?
Controversial Irish pop star
Jackie Martling.
Sinead O'Connor has checked into a private psychiatric hospital with specializations in treating addictions.
Really? Her too, huh?
Yeah. She's having intensive therapy in Priory Hospital, where in London it is known as the Clinic to the Stars.
Cool. Is she a star? She hasn't had a hit in a
Well,
long
in England,
time.
I suppose she is.
Addicted to OJ.
They also treated film star Emily Lloyd.
Cool. Who's she?
And the Marquis de Blandford was also treated.
That's a celebrity clinic? The Marquis de Blandford.
That's the kind of celebrity they're talking about.
She went to the wrong clinic, I think. So she went to the clinic, and they're going to try and get her off drugs?
Yeah, friends of hers say that she's got an acute depression and a drug problem.
Right.
That's behind her decision to go in. Earlier this year, she attempted to commit suicide while staying at a Los Angeles hotel with Peter Gabriel. You remember that?
Yeah.
So I guess she's decided she needs a little help.
Yeah, she needs help with that music career.
Well, I don't know if they'll help her with that there, but they'll try to get her off the drugs.
Maybe she could write a song there.
Well, you know, she's one of those people who always wanted to tell people how to live and what to think.
Right.
But, you know, now she admits, you know, she's a little wacky. She doesn't know what's going on.
I don't think people should judge other people if they are bad. If bad people make bad decisions, then they should not be doing that. It's like, what? Maybe you're on drugs.
I'm addicted.
I don't think that people should cast judgment on other people unless they can say that they've done the same things in their lives. I know two people have led the same life like two snowflakes that have never seen each other. It's like, what?
Let he who's not sin cast the first stone.
Yeah, I think anyone who talks in that monotone is...
Oh, yeah, you always used to say that.
Yeah.
There was something wrong with her.
Barbershops.
I am very depressed. She should be depressed.
She sounded depressed.
Let's take a break. We'll do more news when we come back. And Robin is doing the news. Robin, we're right on schedule. Go ahead.
Princess Diana, once again, having trouble with the phone. There are rumors and allegations floating around in Great Britain that she has a fatal attraction for some guy over there.
That's
some
cool.
millionaire art dealer. And she's been making phone calls to him. But Diana went in the press this weekend and made an unprecedented public denial.
Is this English news today?
Yeah.
A lot of England. Did you have an England story before this?
There was a Sinead O'Connor story.
Yeah.
She's Irish.
Oh, but she's being treated in England.
So anyway, Princess Di says she doesn't have this guy in her sights, and she's not making any phone calls from public phones because, my goodness, she doesn't even know how to use a parking meter, much less a public phone.
Oh.
So there's proof.
I don't use public phones.
Now you want to get back to an American story. How old
12.
is the baseball strike?
How old? I mean, how many days has it gone on? I would say it's about a week.
Well, you've been keeping up. 11 days.
Oh, 7. I was off by 4 days. Oh, for goodness sake.
You're supposed to be hanging there waiting on
I could
with
care
bated
less.
breath every day. It's the national pastime.
I'm not going to bait my breath.
Well, I think the owners are about to come back to the bargaining table. The interim baseball commissioner is supposed to name a committee of baseball owners or representatives of owners to attend the next negotiating session aimed at ending the strike.
They got to free up the marketplace. Owners should pay players whatever they want, and if they don't like what they're asking for, then don't pay them.
It seems to sportscasters, anyway, that the players are pretty much united.
Yes.
In their aversion to this salary cap.
Well, you know, the worst thing that's going to happen is the whole season's going to pass by. It'll be over. And the next season, they're just going to go to the players and say, we're ready to pay you. Any of you want to come to work, come to work. You'll see a lot of them will crack. But I think that the owners know that this is a very strong baseball
The owners
season.
don't seem to be as unified. It's the owners who have those small franchises that don't make a lot of money that are adamant about having this salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger teams that make a lot of money, they just want to settle it and get back to playing ball.
Right.
So when there's a rift, you usually wind up with some kind of a settlement.
Right. The owners need to get together and decide how they're going to split up that baseball TV money. You see, that's the problem.
It doesn't seem they can talk about that.
No. They want the players to pay for everything. They got the owners got to sit down and go, okay, maybe the guy in Kansas City should get more of the TV pool. But the other owners don't want to give up their money. They want the players to pay.
Small clubs are saying we can't compete for the good guys, and therefore we'll never manage to get into playoffs or into contention for the World Series.
It's show business. It's got to be a free marketplace. Like Barbara Streisand charging $500 a ticket. If you can get $500 a ticket, God bless you.
And whatever she charged HBO
to
show that special.
What, you're going to tell her she has a salary cap? She won't listen to that. But I'll tell you, the baseball strike doesn't affect me because I'm not interested in baseball. In fact, the English news Robin was doing affects me more. What do you think of that? I'm more concerned about Lady Di with the phone calls.
Over the weekend, the president announced a change in our Cuba policy.
Good. He did the right thing.
Not only is he considering a blockade to keep people from coming over here in boats.
He's going to throw all the Cubans out of the country right now. That's what he's considering.
No.
Oh.
He's already announced tougher economic sanctions against Cuba, including barring cash payments between the two countries and imposing new limits on air travel, which means people who are here who used to send money over to families in Cuba won't be able to do that anymore.
Good.
Daniel Patrick Moynihan, senator from New York.
Wait, I thought he was dead.
No.
Is he still alive?
He's very much alive and still serving, Howard. He was on CBS Face the Nation yesterday, and he was very critical of the president's plan to stop the money from flowing into Cuba.
He's critical?
Yes. I don't understand that. Why have we been doing that all along? We don't like Cuba. We want it to go away. Why have we been allowing people to send money there?
First of all, the president is doing the right thing by turning away these so-called refugees.
So-called? No, they're definitely refugees.
They're so-called nothing in my book. Let them float out there for the rest of their lives. So we're full up over here. No more room. That's it. No more anybody. Look, if we could be selective about who we let into the country,
here you go.
know we have a wish list. We want some countries
Howard,
with some scientists. See, let me just get this off my chest. What we got to do is make a rule that says no more immigration. Unfortunately, if you were allowed to pick and choose which countries you wanted your immigrants from, you know what we would choose.
What?
But we can't. You know which countries. Name a country, I'll tell you whether or not they can immigrate. You know it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You want countries that allow scientists, hard workers in the country, people who can add something to the country's economy, to the brain power of this country. Hard-working types of people.
I'm sure glad they didn't have a quota on that when you came in.
Hey, I'm here. I don't care. Now I'm ready to make new quotas.
It would be just like you to set up quotas.
Well, then keep having
that
Haitians and Cubans.
you couldn't even pass.
That's it. We'll take a few people from Sweden, Denmark.
A few charity cases like yourself.
A few German broads. England maybe, the less pasty looking. No French.
Smart broads, thin broads.
Yeah. But Haiti, Cuba. Come on. What are you going to get there?
Look at what the Cubans have done for Miami, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really great over there now. You can almost go through there in a car that is made out of solid steel. Yeah, in a tank you can go through through Miami. They should call it Cuba. It is Cuba. We have more Cubans in Miami than they have in Cuba. What do you think of that? Well, I'm sure, though, they don't they grow cigars over there? So well, then maybe they'll bring that technology here. That's just what we need, more cigars.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have that. More cigars. Yeah, cigars.
Yeah.
Smelly cigars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fat cigars.
Yeah.
When I go to Miami, I bring my tank with the sunroof so I can get a little tan going. Used to be wonderful down in Miami. Beautiful weather. Old people used to go there to retire and walk along the boardwalk and just mellow out. Go down Collins Avenue. Now you go down Collins Avenue in a tank. That's it. That's when you see people coming into the country and that's what they're delivering. Ship them out. You had your chance. Goodbye. Adios. Adios, mis avios de pesca la cocina. Goodbye.
Why do you paint with such a broad brush?
Oh, that's the broad brush that I love.
There are a few bad apples, and you want to turn everything.
All right, do what you want. I will make a list of the countries. Allow me in charge of immigration. Presidente of Immigración. Make me in charge. Build an accent-proof cement wall around this country. Anybody who speaks like us, they can come in. You can't, get out.
An adjunct to that.
If you say the word this, like these, you're out. I don't even want to put the time into you.
I'm not even going to get into this because you're ridiculous.
I'm saying, hey, you got Cubans here now? It's enough. It's enough. We got enough Cubans. And so is the president. President Clinton agrees with me. And Haitians, same thing.
Same thing?
Unless you want voodoo in this country. Another whacked out thing, voodoo.
Like we don't have our own versions.
San Francisco. We got problems. We got enough problems in this country. So I say ban all immigration. We have our quotas. You know what the quota is? That's it. Everyone is out. No one can get in.
Let me go on. Just an adjunct to that baseball story I did a few moments ago.
We should be allowed.
Oh, geez, he's got another thought.
To give someone an IQ test when they come in and see if they got something on the ball.
I don't even want to hear that.
Well, then you're going to have to.
San Francisco Giants outfielder Barry Bonds. You're going to love this story. He pleaded poverty.
That's right.
Because of the baseball strike. He's separated from his wife, and he has to pay some child support and alimony.
Right.
He signed a contract that would have earned him $4.75 million this season, but now, of course, he's not getting anything.
Right.
Because of the baseball strike. And so he says he can't afford the $15,000 per month he's supposed to send to his wife and children.
That's right.
So he went to a judge. The judge agreed with him.
Right.
Told him, you know, you still have to pay for the rent and junk like that on the mansion.
Right.
But we're going to lower
your monthly
child support payments.
Okay.
And your spousal support payments. And then after he did that, he asked him for an autograph.
Right.
So, by the way, can I have your autograph? Right there in the court.
Totally appropriate.
In front of the wife.
Yeah. Hey, can I have your autograph now that I helped you out? Sure.
The attorney for his wife said, you know, we could understand him making the ruling, but when he asked for the autograph, it made my client feel that she was not on a level playing field.
Yeah. What's in a judge's head?
I don't know. I mean, how could you do that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing to say.
Well, that just goes to show you that judges are just people.
It's a man's world.
Don't expect a lot of wisdom. That's an accident. Vice President Al Gore is said to be recovering well from surgery to repair his Achilles tendon. He injured it playing basketball over the weekend with some of his former congressional colleagues.
Oh, what is he doing? Who cares? Dummy. He shouldn't be playing basketball. He probably doesn't even like it. He probably doesn't even like basketball. He's just doing it to look like, you know, like he's a useful guy.
Maybe. David Caruso, the man who is walking away from NYPD Blue, the TV show that made him a star. Maybe he knows what he's doing. He just signed a $2 million deal to do a movie.
Yeah, if that movie's a bomb, that'll be the end of it.
Yeah, but at least he got the $2 million.
All right.
You put that in the bank, I guess you can live.
That's true. I think so.
It's a good payday.
That's right, Robin.
I would have taken all the money. I'd have worked on the TV show, the movie, everything.
Let them worry about the scheduling.
Meanwhile, this is a very sad
Some of us don't get any work. You know, this guy turns down work. We can't all be as lucky as TV's red-hot redhead.
Yeah.
You know, they just ruined it. You can never say NYPD without thinking about that stupid show.
You're that stupid guy
with the red hair, bozo,
the carrot top hunk,
freak.
Linus Pauling,
vitamin C,
died on Friday.
C,
a 2-time Nobel Prize winner, once for chemistry, but the one he valued more was the one he won for.
I'll tell you exactly what he won for.
Okay.
Star Search. Star Search.
Linus Pauling.
Linus Pauling won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yes.
You know why?
You did. Yes,
you know why?
All right. You got it right. Yes, I do.
But you know why?
I do know, but you tell.
He kept Cubans out of America? No. He was a guy who was one of those guys.
How many times
he was a scientist. He was a scientist.
I said he won a Nobel Prize for chemistry. That would make him a scientist.
And wasn't it something to do with, like, disarmament of nuclear weapons?
What he did was he got a bunch of scientists to sign a petition against nuclear armament.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you did.
You didn't think I knew.
This is your test. You get out of the country. You couldn't answer that question.
Yeah, sure.
But
I know
he's
everything.
best known for
Vitamin C.
Yes.
Vitamin C.
His championing vitamin C. He said vitamin C could cure just about everything, and he was known to take how much?
Mega dose. I take 15,000 milligrams a day.
That's right, 18,000 milligrams a day.
Let me ask you something.
And sometimes as much as 30,000 a day when he had a cold.
Rub some on Gary's teeth. You want to know something? That's a lot of baloney.
Well, he said it could delay cancer for up to 20 years, and how do you know? Because that's what he died of.
I don't believe it. Hey, by the way, when you take a lot of vitamin C, like if you couldn't take 15,000 milligrams a day. I know I couldn't.
18,000? Yes, you could.
My mouth would get sore.
That's 8. Well, I'm sure he built up to that level.
And don't you get diarrhea when you take a lot of vitamin C?
You can if you overdose on it and you haven't, I suppose, built up a tolerance.
Didn't you overdose last week?
No, it wasn't vitamin C.
I had to bring her to a clinic. She OD'd on vitamin C. You leave a trail like a slug. You take too much.
Oh, dear. Well, he did die of cancer. So maybe he delayed it for some 20 years.
We'll never know, Rob.
93 years old.
I don't believe that.
What? That he was 93?
That's right. I don't believe that vitamin C malarkey.
Howard, I can't believe you're saying that. You yourself used to take vitamin C.
Not anymore.
But it worked.
I'm healthy.
It
Who
worked.
knows if it worked?
Oh, you got rid of those colds.
Yeah, we got rid of them anyway.
They didn't last very long.
That's because I don't want to go into it. Go ahead.
All right, you know something and you don't want to tell me.
I don't want to share information with you. Go ahead.
In Baltimore, the NAACP Executive Council fired, or at least they've asked Benjamin Chavez to resign. So as good as firing him.
Right.
He was the embattled director who has been accused of sexual harassment. He has now admitted to taking $300,000 of the group's money to settle with this woman out of court. I suppose that was wrong. The organization also has posted a $3 million deficit. He has been accused of being a little bit extravagant with his travel, using fancy rental cars and limousines. So after having done all this and brought kind of adverse attention to the NAACP, they decided to cut the dead wood, being Mr. Chavez, and they'll regroup and try to find themselves another leader.
Right.
So he's gone.
I wonder how they couldn't get rid of that guy. I wonder how they finally got rid of him. Like maybe he'll just keep showing up to his office.
Well, he's trying to determine whether he should fight to keep the job. He hasn't really decided yet. A gay and lesbian group who was denied permission to march in the India Day Parade this past weekend.
Can you imagine this?
They snuck in anyway.
India Day Parade. Unbelievable.
Yes, the gay and lesbian participants had been denied access to the parade by parade organizers. So when the parade got to Lexington Avenue, they just snuck in under another group's banner.
There you go.
Gay Indian marchers had been denied an official spot on the parade roster.
I wonder, do gay Indians have a dot on their head?
Showing they're available or what they like to do?
Yeah, I wonder what they wear on the... I mean, you know, I see the regular Indian women wear a dot on their head.
Mm-hmm.
I think they wear a dot on another entrance.
It seems to be official. They say that John Wayne Bobbitt has been offered big money to do a porno movie.
Is he going to do it?
He has accepted, according to Linda Stasi, for the fee of $1.5 million plus a large percentage.
$1.5 million
to do the flick.
Give me a knife.
He could make up to $5 million, according to her.
Really? I'd see that.
He won't only star, Howard. Look at what kind of deals he's cutting.
Yeah, go ahead.
He'll have final approval of the script.
Wow,
and
I can't even get that.
As an associate producer.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I never say that.
So what, is he going to be naked and do some girls with his...
Yes, he's going to prove that Lorena was not successful.
What? I hear he wants to put one of the girls we know in the movie.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
She's a good actress. Trying to get her for my movie.
Tiffany Lourdes is also going to be in it, whoever she is.
People are going to start calling porno movies Bobbitt.
And
we'll
Ron
never
Jeremy.
Be able to think of it that way again. And you'll never be able to think of the word Bobbitt again.
Ron Jeremy will direct.
Ron Jeremy?
Jeremy.
Oh, man. That's the guy with the giant penis?
Yeah.
Huh? I didn't know he was a director.
Maybe this is his first film.
What's my motivation?
What? John Bobbitt on the set with Ron Jeremy. What's my motivation?
What's my motivation? My character wouldn't say that.
What?
What? Huh?
My character wouldn't say anything.
My character wouldn't say anything?
What? Right.
Right, huh?
Go ahead, Robin.
And there is a story also out of San Francisco about another priest who has been molesting altar boys. According to a confidential report of the San Francisco Police Department, Monsignor Patrick O'Shea
Monsignor
befriended children and sometimes their parents and then used the youngsters for his alleged sexual gratification. He would do it at his weekend retreat up in Lake Berryessa.
Of course.
In church rectories.
Lake Berryessa?
Lake Berryessa.
You mean the parents would be there and he'd get the kids?
Well, he would befriend the parents.
Right.
And then, of course, they let him take the children to the lake as well.
Oh, man. You never let your kids go off to a lake. I mean, you just don't.
With anybody.
Especially a Monsignor.
Don't take them to the lake yourself.
I mean, don't people read the papers and know that Monsignors
Well, this has been going on for 22 years, Howard.
Jesus
These are
Christ.
adults who are now coming forward and telling these stories. And once one person admitted that this happened to them several years ago, then others came forward with the same kind of stories.
Monsignor, did you handle the children with your bony fingers?
Oh, yes. Hey, kids, you want to meet O.J.? Come up to Lake Berryessa. Meet me in the rectory.
You yes, he would
can't think of rectory without thinking of rectum.
Oh, you ruined it. In church rectories and even on a trip to Rome to see the Pope.
Wow. He molested the boys on a trip to see the Pope?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so wrong.
O'Shea spent 22 years subjecting children to fondling, oral copulation,
Yes, fondling.
and anal intercourse.
Yeah. How could you think about anal intercourse on your way to see the Pope, Monsignor? You think you would... What?
It's the only thing you think about.
The only thing.
No, but I mean, you would think...
It didn't have to be Rome.
Did you feel very guilty during it? Because you must have felt... funny, here you were seeing the Holy Pontiff.
That makes it better, doesn't it, the guilt?
A party is a party. Just look at his hat.
Yes, but I'm saying you must have felt some shame in this. You knew it was wrong, but yet you couldn't stop your mad compulsion.
No, my mad compulsion. You're right. Yes, say the magic word, and my pants Pope will pop up.
The Pope didn't hold the kids for you, did he? No, of course not.
How do you think he broke his hip?
You didn't actually do this when you were seeing the Pope.
Oh,
no, you didn't do it during your visit to the Pope. You would do it, and the parents, of course, were thrilled that you were taking the kids to see the Pope, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks without
Can you
them.
believe it? There's people that still don't read the papers.
Let me ask you, when you were over in Venice, did you nail anyone in a gondola?
Often the boys were drunk, Howard.
Oh, really?
On alcohol pressed upon them by the priest.
What is it, Gorilla? Do you want to talk about how you were molested by a priest?
I wasn't, but like in high school, I used to wrestle.
Yeah.
I was in the Catholic high school league, and one of the high schools, like when you weighed in, you didn't necessarily have to be naked.
Right.
This one high school that we went against, the all boy high school.
Yeah.
They had a priest that was the athletic director, and he insisted that every guy was naked.
Really?
You had
must
to be
naked to weigh in.
No one wanted to wrestle them. Everybody was like, "Oh man, we have to go," because you have to put. Usually you just go in, weigh in your underwear, you step off. But technically, if you want to go by the rules, you have to be naked. To weigh in.
All right. We'll skip some rules.
Yeah.
Either go naked or gizm.
Yeah, what are we really doing here?
We want to go naked.
I don't want to go naked. They'll see my dad do.
And there was one black kid on the team that was like the biggest on the team.
Yeah.
And it was the funniest expression because he goes, "Okay, next up," and he went, "Whoa." you see him look down, and and his eyes went boing.
Wow! Look at that! My, oh my!
Gorilla, go home.
He crossed himself.
Very good, Gorilla.
Looky here.
Thank you, Gorilla.
Well, that priest is now on administrative leave while they continue this investigation.
Might be a good idea.
Those little boys love those little bottles on the plane. I goosed them all the way across the Atlantic.
There you go, Monsignor.
So much fun, Monsignor.
And what would you do? You wear a nice robe and everything?
Purple garb.
Mm-hmm. You're lucky you never got caught before this, so I can't imagine
22 years.
22 years. What do you attribute your good fortune to?
Luck.
And prayer.
I love the long robes. It hides the kids so well. You go into another country.
You mean you put the kids under the robe?
Would you actually, during a service, have the kids under your robe? Huh?
Nothing like oral favors in an airplane crap house.
Oh.
So much fun in there.
Amazing.
The blue water swirling in time.
You get dizzy.
I think he's dizzy right now. Well, good for you, Monsignor.
I'd sing a hymn, and then I'd grab one.
Did you ever try to like women?
No.
Well, he wasn't supposed to be liking anybody. He was a priest.
I'm supposed to be married to Jesus, isn't that right?
Oh, a bald butt makes me see God.
All right, what else? Anything, Robin?
Yes, Rob Morrow, the young man who came to fame in Northern Exposure. Did you realize they're writing him out of his TV show?
That show will be off the air very, very soon. I know fans of that show. They've been writing him out as they've been having trouble with him. And
well, he, too, pulled one of these stunts before his contract was up and made them renegotiate. And apparently there has been bad blood ever since. His contract is up now and they're not renewing it.
Well, a lot of these so-called stars want to, break their contracts and this kind of thing. And they sign these contracts and then they go back on them.
Is he lonely?
Oh, stop it, Monsignor.
Oh, the church always welcomes stupid, out-of-work actors.
I mean, I would like to walk in and break my contract right now and say, give me more money. I would do that every day. But a contract's a contract. Can't break a contract.
So they've decided to go with another doctor.
Ah, good. Dr. Bombay.
Less Northern Exposure. More Sesame Street.
There you go. You got anything on Sesame Street for the Monsignor?
No, but I can tell him who the favorite actress is in the country. Who do most people like and want to see on the movie screen?
Bert Parks.
Bert Parks.
Not interested.
Not interested.
You're not interested in the favorite actress?
No, of course not.
What about actor?
Is it a boy?
Who's the favorite boy actor?
J.M.J. Bullock.
J.M.J. Bullock. It is Mel Gibson. He's the favorite actor. And Julia Roberts is the favorite actress.
I saw this Macaulay Culkin in an interview with Ted Danson the other day on TV. One of the channels had it. One of the upper channels that usually have insects. And they had Ted Danson on, and he's sitting there with Macaulay Culkin. They're talking about some movie they're coming out with.
It's already been out and gone.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
This Macaulay Culkin, I know when he's on screen, they cut around it. He has such a twitch on his face. Remember we used to see it on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
He is so nervous.
He's twitching more.
Oh, my God. It's like this. This is what it looks like.
Oh, boy.
Think he's a wreck? You think the show business is bothering him? You think there's a little pressure on that kid?
Here's this. Least favorites, Eddie Murphy,
Jackie Marlon,
Billy Crystal,
Jackie Marlon,
Macaulay Culkin, Kevin Costner, and Julia Roberts made this list, too.
Yeah, well, a lot of people...
and least favorite.
A lot of people are sick of the regular stars. They're looking for new stars. That's why when my movie hits, people will be just attracted to it because it won't have any of the regulars in it. The Billy Crystals.
All brand new. Brand new.
All brand new. Whatever you just said.
People voted Forrest Gump the year's biggest tearjerker above The Lion King, Schindler's List, and Philadelphia.
Imagine that, Forrest Gump.
Proving your point. Here's a fictional character.
Yes.
And they find him more sympathetic, and he brings more tears to the eyes than a real story like Schindler's List.
That's right.
Where people were actually gassed and thrown into ovens.
Yeah, but it was Jews, so people don't get that upset.
Or a guy dying of AIDS.
Right. And it was a gay dying of AIDS. It was no big deal.
It was a big deal.
Right. Put a retard in front of the screen, I'm telling you right away, people get sympathetic. Now, if the retard was a Jew, it would be over with. No one would care.
No one would even go.
Hi, my name is Forrest Gumpstein. So gas them. People don't care about the Jews. They don't care about the gays.
People magazine reports this week that Paula Abdul is being treated for an eating disorder.
You give the retard AIDS in Forrest Gump and it's a flop.
And Public Enemy's Flavor Flav has run into a little problem again. On Friday, he allegedly assaulted a woman who photographed his daughter on a New York City street.
Boy, he can't stay out of trouble, that guy.
I guess not. He was shooting a video. This woman says she saw this little girl, and she had fallen down or something, and she was helping her treat a boo-boo on her knee.
Yeah.
She had no idea who she was, but she, helped her out a little bit, and she thought she was a cute little kid, so she decided to snap a picture of her. And then all of a sudden, there's Flavor Flav saying, "Please, lady, don't take pictures of my children."
He said, please?
Well, that's what he says. He claims that he didn't want pictures taken without permission. This lady claims she didn't even know what was going on. I don't know what kind of pushing and shoving went on, but the lady's now claiming she was assaulted by Flavor Flav. He told the September issue of Vibe magazine that he's been putting his life back in order because it's been out of order for so many years. He tells the magazine that he liked drugs. The kind of drugs were the kind you don't get over the counter, the kind of drugs you get off the street, which are the worst things for your body.
Hard to believe. Every time I met him, he seemed very rational.
His solo album, Lifestyles of the Rich and Flav, is due out soon.
All right. Lifestyles of the Rich and Flavis. Hard to believe a guy with a name like Flavor Flav is out of control. All right, very good, Robin. Thank you.
Happening.
Let's remind everyone, Jackie Joman will be... What? Jackie the Joke Man Marlin. To order Jackie's 78-minute CD or cassette, it's only $10 plus free shipping and handling. Price includes color 20-page Jokeland catalog. Call 1-800-323-5464. Also, this Thursday, one big show at Rascals in West Orange, New Jersey, with Jake Thomas on keyboards.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Jake Thomas.
All right, for info and raunchy jokes, call 516-922-WINE. 9-Inch Norris, headquarters, Hastings-on-Hudson, Friday. That's the name of the group now, 9-Inch Norris.
I love it.
Stuttering John's mailing list, 609-546-STUPID. If you're planning a wedding or summer party and you need a great DJ, call Scott the Engineers. Rocket Entertainment in the New York Tri-State area. Call 718-BAG-5040. Or as Scott always says,
I play music that keeps you awake. If my personality puts you to sleep.
All right. Thank you, Scott. And we'll see you tomorrow.
KDGL, Fort Worth, Dallas, your rock.